Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Cup, the Currently Unnamed Podcast, where we put the real and the tea in reality, and you can always come to us first to quench your thirst. I am Lana, and I'm back again. I know y'all missed me. I know y'all missed me, but I'm back, y'all. I'm back, and I am here to give the tea, spill the tea, and drink the tea because I love me some tea. Purr.
Her.
And I miss y'all too, by the way. It's just been a time, but I still have my cup mug. Ew. And you can get your cup mug at lanajcreations.etsy.com. That link will be in the description below. And we do ship internationally and domestically, so there are no excuses. Philippines, all global except Brazil. I don't know. I'm looking at all of you. Get your cup mug, period. Thank you.
I'm starting to say Brazil, purchase at your own risk. It's how I
Period.
like to say it. Brazilian customs, get your crap together.
Because they hate
Brazilians,
us.
we
Amazing.
Brazilians, we love you.
Yes.
But yes. Hello, hi. I'm Logan Murphy. Say something gay. Gay. Today I am drinking some coffee in my beautiful cat lover mug. It is September, therefore it is pumpkin spice season. So I am drinking some pumpkin spice coffee.
Her.
And hi, I'm River, your Brazilian correspondent here on the Cup. And today I'm drinking some Brazilian orange soda
Ooh,
because it's
Yeah.
hot today. So something sweet.
Curie. Cool.
Well, hello again. I am Jonathan from Dallas, your Filipino friend with a resting gym face and just a little hint of Texas taste. I had so much fun last week, and I decided to come by a second time around and have fun with y'all.
Period.
okay, the intro eats. Wait, the
It
intro
does.
eats.
It
Wait,
does.
the intro eats. The intro eats. Come
I had
on
to come up
now.
with a
And we
cute
thank you.
intro.
You got your
Come
cute
on.
intro, boo. It works. It works. It works. I love. And y'all, we don't have to introduce this person because y'all already know who it is, but we're gonna do it anyway. It's the beautiful, intelligent Turing is back, y'all. Yes.
Hello,
Yeah.
everyone. I am Turing. I'm from Drag Race Philippines Season 1, and I am vaping.
Period.
Mango flavor.
Yes,
Ooh,
Ooh,
yes,
mango
I live.
flavor. Love that. We love
Philippine
that. Yeah.
mangoes are the best.
Period.
Yeah. And since it's September, I'm wearing a pumpkin spice latte.
There you
Yeah!
go.
I
I love
live.
it. I live for it.
Coincidental.
Period. And we are here talking about Slaysian Royale. We have a makeover, y'all. It was a makeover, and it was a makeover in pairs. And I was like, ew, okay. Because I didn't get to watch. I know y'all said they did it before in All Stars before.
9?
9.
Nine.
You
I didn't watch that. So I didn't see that. So
did you not?
no, I did not watch it.
You didn't watch Hissin' While I'm Pissin'?
I did not watch it. How many times do I have to say I didn't watch it? I didn't watch
I
it.
fully thought you
Logan,
had.
believe women.
All
Please.
right. I
Okay,
did
I'm
not watch
believing
it.
women. Okay, I promise I'm believing women.
I did not watch it.
Don't be a
But
Keanu.
I'm just gonna go.
if you know, you know. I'm sorry if you don't get it, but um no, I did not watch it. So this was new for me and I was excited to see it. I was like, okay, cool. But we're gonna get into it. We're gonna talk all about it. But before we do, if you've been here and you've watched us and you've subscribed, we thank you. We thank you so much. Now, if you've been watching and just been lurking and haven't subscribed, I don't know what you're doing. So we're gonna rectify that, and you're gonna hit the subscribe button really, really quickly because why not? You're watching, you're enjoying this. We love you for watching, and we're on a mission to get 1,000 new subscribers by the end of the year. We've already done one, and we want to do it again here on this channel. So help us out. Subscribe to this channel if you haven't already done so. And we also have two other channels that we really, really would love for you to follow and subscribe to because they are too on a mission to get 1,000 new subscribers. Now they're not there yet, so we can really use some of you who've helped us get there on this channel. Jump over there and help us out on our other channels as well. If you're a fan of reality TV, competitive reality television, at the Cup TV is the place for you. And if you're a fan of Eurovision Song Contest, at the Cup ESC is the place for you. Please help us out. We really truly appreciate it. It's September, so the year's wrapping up very quickly. So we want to reach our goals. So thank you very much. Also, our audio podcast links are in the description below, so you can check us out on the go if you need to. So click on that link to get to all of those. Our Patreon is open. We got a lot of fun things coming your way, a lot of Patreon exclusive shows coming up. So those won't even come out on the channel. You have to go to our Patreon to see that. And if you join our Patreon, you get early access to a lot of shows that we do. So you get to see it first before anybody else does. So check that out as well. And all of our socials are in our description below at the Cup Pod on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and Blue Sky. Help us out, join us, engage with us over there. And if you decided you like, I want to talk about Drag Race or competitive television, reality television, or Eurovision, hit us up in our DMs on Instagram at the Cup Pod, because you too can be like Jonathan and just say, hey, I want to be on the podcast, and then you're here. So if you're interested in talking about any of the things that we talk about, hit us up in our DMs and we will get back to you as soon as we possibly can. So thanks,
I
y'all.
was just bored, honestly.
And well, if you're just bored and just want to talk, this is the place to be, because we are just people who are bored and want to talk, apparently. But yeah, it's great. It's fun. It's great. And then you get to meet people like Turing. Hello?
Correct.
Who wouldn't want to
Hello.
meet people like Turing? Hello?
I mean,
Why?
we only bring the best guests here. We only have the best Drag Race alum come back for a second appearance in one season
We love it.
to come back on the pod. But yes.
So yeah, absolutely. So join us and let us know, and we'll get back with you. So y'all, let's talk about it. Putting first of all, we were talking a little bit before we got on air,
Mm-hmm.
and I think this is going to be fun for me and for Taring, because Taring has made a challenge to me that she's going to convince me of certain things, and I'm not going to say what it is now, but we'll talk about it and we'll see if by the end of this episode, Taring can convince me of the things that she says she's going to
Oh,
convince
this is
me
where we're
of.
starting. Cool.
I just want to put that right there, and you all will figure it out as we go, because I'm not gonna say what. I'm just gonna say Taring has said she's gonna convince me of certain things, and we're gonna see if it happens. I'm just gonna be excited. I'm excited. I'm excited. I'm excited to see if it happens. But the recap. Do we want to get into the recap, or does, because I don't want to jump ahead. I know people might have things that they want to ask Taring, because I don't want to do it right now, because I know what I would ask right away, and I don't want to do it right now. So
I'll
if there
I'll
are things,
start.
anybody, go ahead.
I'll start. Hey girl, how are you?
I'm good.
I don't know. I mean, I've done this. I've done this before with Turing. So hey, how y'all doing?
Hey, how you
So what's been going on in the like months since we last saw you?
doing?
About a month, honestly. Like just
Like, it's really
one
been
month.
Literally
about
like a
Yeah,
month.
literally been about
literally
a
1 month.
month
Yeah,
since
it's
we
literally
saw
been like a
you.
month. But yes, if you have not checked out our preseason interview with Turing that we did, because Turing is an angel and coming back to the channel, make sure to go check that out as well.
Mhm.
But yes, we're so happy to have you back. But yeah, any fun updates? Any have you gone on that dream date that you went on that you wanted to go on yet, Turing?
Wait, what is that? I forgot.
Ooh,
Wait,
Huh?
what is
She's
that
had
dream day?
many
I
of them.
forgot.
Oh, Taring said I have so
that
many
might not have
dates.
been recorded. Never mind. I'm not going to bring that
Oh,
up. Uh,
oh my gosh.
there were a lot of conversations that were had both on and off
That's true.
camera. But no, we're just happy to have you back. Obviously,
Absolutely.
Thank
we're thrilled that you're
you.
here. I could not think of a more perfect guest to have on for this episode. Obviously, given the circumstances of this
Mhm.
episode, and we
Mm-hmm.
will get to that.
Absolutely.
But yes, how are you now that we're seeing this season go down? Obviously, we talked a lot in the preseason and in the preseason interview that we did with you about like what we were thinking about the season going into it. Now that we're seeing the season play out, how are you enjoying watching the season so far?
Well, it sucks. Just kidding.
Oh,
No, it's
agreed. It's horrible. It's disgusting. This
no,
episode in
it's
particular was nasty. No, no
yeah, no,
offense, but
it's really, really great. I
Mhm.
mean, yeah, we get to see like different sides, or like the real side, or the real stories, of the queens that or the Filipino queens, and a different side of the other international queens, especially the queens that we know, like
Mhm.
especially with me, like I know with Suki, Yua, Ivory. I got to like see a side of them that I haven't seen on their original season. And me being from season one, Venus and Brigading, well, just like what I told you guys earlier. I mean, the last time I was here, I said that I'm so excited for the people to see the brigading that I've always, we've
Mhm.
always knew. And she's doing it now, and
she is.
it's just so
She's doing it.
like the redemption.
Yes. She's like, I love seeing, like you said, how the Philippine queens are just, they're just showing who they are, and they're just being like, they are showing the world who, like, all the people are watching who's maybe never seen them before, who are watching because
Yeah.
of one of their favorites coming from the international side, but they're seeing how amazing these queens are, and we get to see the international queens like realize, like, okay, we got to step it up because they are not playing with us this time. They are not,
Yeah.
they're not gonna slow it down for us. They're not go, sell they sell short for us. So we have to step up our game, and I love seeing that as well. This has been a really good season to watch for me.
I
Yeah.
Y'all,
go
sorry, go
ahead,
ahead.
Jonathan. Oh, okay.
Okay, yeah,
Uh,
no,
I
I
I
was
uh,
I think
no,
it's a
you hang up
lash.
first. No, you. No, you
okay.
go ahead, baby. You go ahead. I'll go after you. Go ahead.
Will I will piggyback on Lana. I mentioned earlier that we went to Ovar about a few years ago and saw them performing. Mostly non-Ru girls. Turing, I mentioned I saw you. We saw Bernie. We saw Maxi. But other than that, the whole ensemble of their local queens is who were performing. Me and my fiance, we go to drag shows a lot here in the U.S. also, and I kid you not, if you have not been to Ovar, the performances, they are just top notch. Even, I mean, no shade, but even with just local queens, the
Hmm.
performances are top notch ensembles. You can't even imagine that this was just a Thursday night performance, not a weekend, Thursday night. It is wild how talented Filipino drag queens really are.
Absolutely. No, yeah, with watching the Philippine seasons, like I've seen like how the level is so high. So I was really excited for this season, and I wasn't here. I wasn't able to talk about the season yet. So I binged all 4 episodes before this weekend, and then I watched the episode today, the new episode, and it's probably the best season of the year. Like so far, it's so good. Of course, we always have, always have our opinions, but
Hmm.
overall, I think it's a stellar season. The cast is amazing. The runways, the
Yeah,
Oh
drama,
yeah.
everything. It's giving me everything I need, just as I knew that a Filipino season would. So,
absolutely.
Yeah.
yes.
Absolutely. And so we're going to jump into it. We're going to talk about this season. We're going to jump into the episode because we come back into the workroom. Kitty Space is now gone. And
Yeah.
I'm sad. I'm sad because I really like Kitty. But, you know, it is what
I
so it
mean,
is
at least
written.
she went home looking great.
She went home looking fabulous, but, so it is written, so it shall be
Unless you're
done.
Melinda Verga.
Well, we're not going to talk
Melinda had a
about
lot.
Melinda.
Melinda had a lot to say last week about that look.
And so you should go check that out too. If you want to hear what Melinda had to say, go check out that recap. Absolutely. But
By do
in
it.
my opinion, I think Kitty looked amazing when she left. So Melinda, we have a difference of opinion, and I'll talk to you about that next time you come on the show. Because yeah, we'll talk about it. We'll talk about it. But I thought I was sad for Kitty, but okay, okay, okay. I'm going to say something that might shock everybody. It might shock everybody when I say this, and because you know me, but I felt like it probably should have been Bernie to go home last week and not Kitty.
Well, I don't disagree.
Well,
I am
I
shocked that it's coming from you, though.
It's
But I
coming
don't
from me, and
disagree.
I mean, because I feel like everything Bernie does is right in my eyes because I just love her so much, and I really don't care.
Mhm.
She can do the worst, and I'll still say it was great, and I think she
Mm-hmm.
did good. It was great to me, but as far as the competition goes, I'm going to be honest and I'm going to tell the truth about who should have stayed and who should have gone. And I think last week probably should have been the week that it should have been burned. I don't think Kitty deserved to go for that performance and definitely not for
Mm-hmm.
that runway. So I kind of was like, "Mm, Mother, love you down, love you to the moons and back. But truthfully speaking, that should have been her week. But Arizona had some Arizona
She
had
had her. She
she
had
had
her
a
reason.
choice, she had a reason, and even
I
if I
don't
don't
blame her.
agree with it, I'm about to say even if I don't agree with it, I get it from a game stance, a game point of view,
Mm-hmm.
because I am a gamer. We play these games. I love playing games online. I love playing games, period. So,
yeah.
for a game standpoint, if someone ever says my name in a game for any particular reason, I feel like if you're in the position to take me out, you will. So if you say my name, I have to come for you. So it
Yeah.
made sense for me for Arizona to do what she did and sending Kitty out the door because she knows Kitty had the potential to possibly win at some point. And if Kitty found herself in a position to win and actually knew a lip sync and had a choice and Arizona was at the bottom, I said what I said. I said what I
Not
said.
too much. She's already gone.
I said what I said. But if Arizona was at the bottom, she know Kitty probably would have sent her out. So I get it. It
Yeah.
made
That's true.
sense. The reason made sense,
Yeah.
but I was like, it still wasn't the right choice,
Yeah.
but it made sense.
That's true. That's true.
And I want to talk about the flip side of this too, because Arizona's decision made a lot of sense.
Mm-hmm.
Briggs' decision
Hmm.
to also send home Kitty
Mm-hmm.
was very interesting to me, personally.
Oh.
Because Briggs also picked Kitty to go home. So
Mm-hmm.
regardless, Kitty was going home.
Mm-hmm. 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 Mm-hmm.
Very
Now
good.
that
I just
one,
realized that.
That
now
was
that
interesting to
one,
me too. I was like,
okay,
hmm.
and the frustrating part for me in this entire situation is because I agree completely. Arizona's move made sense from a social strategic standpoint. Arizona
Mm-hmm.
is here to play social strategy drag race, and I'm so
Absolutely.
here for it as a fan of social strategy games. Like
Mm-hmm.
that is what she's here to do, is do well and play the social strategy game of All Stars, and I really appreciate that. Briggs, on the other hand, picking Kitty in this way, in my perspective at least, and I'd love to hear everybody else's as well, for me felt like what we've been hearing from the Pinoy queens versus the international queens all
Mm-hmm.
season
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
of
Mm-hmm.
the I'm going to stay Pinoy strong, which is not necessarily a
A
bad thing.
bad thing.
Yeah, it's not a
No.
bad thing.
I'm not saying it's inherently a bad thing. What I was
Yeah.
frustrated with in this situation specifically is Siam going specifically and only after Arizona in this situation and saying that her decision was messed up to send Kitty home and not even acknowledging Briggs' decision as well to send Kitty home,
Yeah.
because Briggs' decision was purely based on friendship.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
Because I agree with you. I love Bernie. I love Bernie
Mm-hmm.
down. I
Mm-hmm.
think Bernie is incredibly talented. Bernie should have gone home last week, and I said that.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, in my perception, Briggs saved Bernie because they're friends. And I didn't really appreciate, and I see Siam for being frustrated that all of her friends, all of the international queens are going home. I see that frustration. Take that frustration out on Arizona and Briggs. Don't
Briggs.
focus
Yeah.
that on Arizona
Mhm.
When Arizona did have a very valid reason beyond the fact that Bernie was also her best friend. Kitty would have sent her home. She didn't know those words, but Kitty would have sent Arizona home. She had a very valid reason beyond that friendship. So for me, that just felt it didn't feel great for me. But I want to know what y'all think, because that's just where I sat with the whole
Like,
situation.
okay, so with me, I think I have, well, since I know I know how production, do
Yes, yeah.
their thing there.
Mm-hmm.
I believe that Siam also like says
Mhm.
that her frustration towards Briggs, but
Mhm.
I think the edit was
Mhm.
intended for Ari. The
Oh,
Mhm.
conflict,
okay.
the narrative of the conflict is
Mhm.
is is
Mm-hmm.
like editing on the editing standpoint, in as much as it's also like it's very very good to acknowledge also like Briggs doing the friendship card. I don't think in the editors that the storylines that storyline wise, it's not it's I don't know, it's not necessary to bring Briggs
Right.
on the
On the
narrative.
top. Right.
So yeah, so I think they just cut out Briggs, see I'm talking about Briggs, and then just put, that's why if you would notice like the level of frustration Siam expressed during a confessional, it felt like she said so much more to reach
Mhm.
that point of frustration, and it was just edited out.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
Yeah,
I
but
I
let me just also say that as a Survivor super fan, I totally get like Ari's
alliances.
the
Yeah.
alliance says like, honey, if I saw my name on your parchment, I'm gonna pick your parchment as well.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And see, I get
Exactly.
that, and I understand that, and I totally understand the move. My thing is, even like you said, it could be editing with Siam, but here's the thing: even if Siam didn't say anything about Brig, I feel like she didn't really care because Brig wasn't the one that sent her friend home. So I feel like it's a matter of, I know you still
Oh
picked her
yeah.
name. You still picked her, but you didn't win. So I
It
can't
didn't
really be
sting
like,
as much.
it didn't sting as much as you because
So that's
she,
why
yeah.
so that's
Go
why
ahead.
like what I said, I think it's through to the editors, hey, let's
Hmm.
just cut Briggs part.
You don't have to, because she wasn't the one that sent her home, so it really didn't matter to the
Yes,
story
It doesn't
for the
matter. Yeah.
right. And so
I
I
see
could
that.
see
you're
Siam,
right.
I can see Siam maybe saying something to Briggs, or maybe not saying anything to Briggs because it's like she wasn't the one that sent her home. Even if she voted for her, she wasn't the one that sent her home. But honestly, Siam's frustration was with the whole entire Pinoy side because she was like, y'all have been doing this from the beginning. Now, do I think the people, the internationals who went home deserve to go home? Absolutely, because they are not they weren't stepping their game up. I
That's
think
also
this is
true.
the first week that I felt like it should not have been an international queen, and it should have been a Pinoy queen, and y'all still went the this was RuPaul's best friend race instead of RuPaul's
Yes.
drag race. And so I think this was the first time that happened, but I could understand the frustration. But then you had Yua, who was like, let's be honest, y'all. Let's be real.
Oh my
International girls,
god.
international
Oh my
Yeah.
girlies,
god.
we ain't doing it.
I was just
We are
gonna
getting
say,
showed up. Like you is like you kept it so real for me. I was like,
yeah,
absolutely you,
you was
because we
really
are
the
not.
only one.
You was
You
the
was really
only
the
one
only one
without.
who can actually see what's going on, and Siam is a little bit delusional, or she just is not understanding what's happening. But yeah, Yua calls it out as we all see it as viewers.
It's
Yeah.
like the international girlies, y'all ain't hitting like these Filipino queens are hitting. They are doing
Yeah,
it, and y'all are falling a little short. This was the only week that that has not been the case, and they still sent the international girl home. So I need Siam to step back, look at the bigger picture, like the people who did go home, Madam Yoko, uh, something. Ivory, all of them fell short. All of them didn't do the job that they needed to do to stay.
correct.
So we have to be honest about that. And like I said, I love Bernie. I'm a Bernie #1 stan. You ain't gonna never make me hate this woman. But she should have went home last week. It should have
Yeah,
been her because she didn't step up to the plate. But
correct.
Also,
Also,
when Siam was in the top and she had to pick
Mhm.
lipsticks, she also chose to save her friends. So what about it?
Exactly.
And it's
It's like,
okay, and
oh,
she has every
yeah.
right to, but so does everyone else. So like, who cares?
yeah,
say
And
the
and it's like
things.
and especially because Siam did it in week 1, it's like, okay, that's the precedent that we're setting for this season then.
Exactly.
If that's what we're doing on this season of All Stars, so be it. Love to see it, but you also helped set that precedent, girl.
yeah. You were
Like,
the
Hmm.
first one who gave that option.
Hmm.
and Siam,
There you
let's be
go.
real. You had 1 week in the top, deserved. Baby, you've been lucky to be safe ever since. And I love
The
you,
fact that
Siam,
Arizona was
dearly.
in the bottom in the design challenge instead of her, love Siam down.
Yeah,
But like, that's crazy.
Yes, that's crazy.
We talked to Pangina about it, but
Yeah.
like, yeah, it's it's tea.
yeah. Wait, did Pan Pan like told you guys about the box that it's not, it's really like falling off. It's not just the one
Mhm.
styro head that is falling down. It's really like falling
How the
off. Like
entire
it's
From
The
one
structure is
entire
falling
angle.
off.
structure was
We
yeah.
yeah,
falling. Yeah,
we
yeah.
talked with Melinda a little bit about that. No, we talked with Pan Pan about the cacao look and
Oh,
that
okay.
how that one was
Because
not great.
Yeah.
Pan Pan guested at mixed Beckenham podcast they're
Hmm.
talking about the faces the festival episode, and Pan Pan said something more about like what really like was going on, that it's not just like one styro head that's falling off, it's like the real, like
The
almost like the
whole
whole
thing.
box,
The
the whole
structure.
Wow.
thing.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
the edit saved her then.
Yep.
Well,
Well,
But
Julie.
we did see them trying to read
the
Kitty's
French message.
message in French, and they're like, "It's giving me a headache." You can't.
Thank God Suki's still there.
Right. Suki can
Yeah.
read it and tell them what
Yeah.
they said.
Well, by the way, speaking of Suki, I love how she always simmers down the issue that is, going to erupt. I love how she's so diplomatic. I mean, that's the reason why I love her in the first place during her season. She's
Yep.
always that kind
Yep.
person.
Can I just
And I love
say?
that she's still.
Can I say in this episode, I was not too familiar with Suki's game, and because I didn't watch her original season. I've seen Suki in a lot of different other people's runways, and I've heard and seen of Suki. This episode made me fall in love with Suki Doll. I was like, I am not familiar with your game, Miss Suki Doll, but I love it. So y'all can tick Suki Doll onto my stand list of drag artists because she's there. I love her. She's in my heart. For that very reason, Turing, what you just said, like she was the
Yeah,
voice of reason. She was the calm of the midst of the storm. She was just like, hey, everybody, it's okay. This is a game. We're still playing. Everybody's here. Just do our best. I just love her. And then throughout this episode, she just continued to make me fall in love with her even more.
exactly.
I was like, oh
This
girl.
was Suki's episode.
This was Suki's
Yeah.
episode for the most part. But yeah.
Finally.
And
Oh
Finally.
also,
We've been
and
waiting.
yes.
yes, and also like the fact that some of the issues that she's trying to like die down,
Hmm.
it's in Tagalog, was in Tagalog, like
Mhm.
Bernie speaking in Tagalog.
Yes.
You know that she listens because she was trying to understand what's Bernie saying, and then
Hmm.
she still makes up like say something that's,
Mhm.
did they translated what Bernie said to like the group, because she knows what she will say.
It sounds, from what we understand, there were translators on set the whole season. So I
Okay.
believe we never see them, but from what it sounds like, there were translators to translate specifically Tagalog to English
Hmm.
throughout the season. That's at least what we've heard. I'm not exactly sure how
I
how
believe
much
it's
they were
only,
active,
yeah.
but
but I believe it's only for the protocols of the challenges, the mini challenges and
It
all, so
might
that they would
Oh,
be. It might
yeah,
be. Yeah,
Mm,
I'm
especially
not
like for
100%
example
sure.
the Gamba thing, the
Unity
spider
challenge.
thing. Yeah,
yeah.
because definitely they do not know what is that. So
Yeah.
so back in our season, it's always before the before we start filming, there's always like a protocol. The
Hmm.
producers will tell us like what is going to happen, and they will explain
Hmm.
us more about the details. So I
Hmm.
believe it's mostly about that. And
Mm-hmm.
I think,
Oh.
I guess you could say, since it's an international season, if the queens, like the international queens, do not really understand what is going on, then they could just like ask.
Right.
It's an unprecedented season in that way. So I'm really interested to hear, eventually once, I guess people are out of contract, I guess,
Yeah.
like what the protocol necessarily was. I'm really intrigued, like from a logistics standpoint, because like that's the stuff that I really love learning about reality TV is like, okay, so how did all of that work? Was there a translator right there during that moment with Suki and Bernie? And we'll talk more about that later. But like, was there someone there to like help Suki understand what Bernie was saying, or
Yeah.
like
Well,
because it did seem like she was trying to understand. We'll talk about it
I
more
have an
later,
idea
but
about that. I have an idea.
and we'll
So
mm,
Filipino queens are, I mean, we follow the rules, like, because it's
yeah.
our,
right.
we are the franchise queens. But I think you can ask like you about that, because she said so much details that is on the NDA, on her latest interview, like how many hours, the things like that.
Oh,
In my head, like, is she
did
allowed to say
did
that to
y'all
her
hear?
face?
Did y'all hear all about that?
Yep.
The
I
fact that
mean,
they
I
had
only got to read some
the fact
stuff.
that they had 7 hours total in the workroom for the design challenge for
Oh,
the cacao design challenge, and that the international queen. So it is widely known that in most franchises, most, I'm not sure exactly which ones do and don't, but in most franchises for a design challenge, corsets are provided, especially when it comes to like building onto things. So like in
mm-hmm.
US, I know in the US, I believe in the UK and down under specifically, for design challenges, when queens like glue stuff to a corset,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
those
Huh?
corsets are provided by production,
Mm-hmm.
in a lot of
Oh.
cases. um I'm assuming that the international queens were under that assumption,
Mm-hmm.
um, and did not bring additional corsets to use for design challenges.
Yeah.
So they did not have any corsets on set for the Filipino or for the design challenge.
Mm-hmm.
So it set all of the international queens behind 2 to 3 hours.
Mm-hmm.
So Suki, and this is what Yua was saying on Bootleg Opinions as well, Suki took a look that she has for a future runway, ripped it apart, tore the
Ooh.
corset out of a look that she has to wear for a future runway, tore the corset out so she could start her look for the Cacao Design Challenge.
Oh.
And then basically, I guess after the challenge, had to deconstruct that look, which is, I believe, why we don't have any photos of the look on Instagram. I don't think she posted any, because she had to deconstruct the look and then re-sew the
Rebuild it.
corset into that look that she then has to wear later in the season. But like that's why Yua was so far behind. That's why Ivory was so far
Oh,
behind. That's why
wow.
Kitty was so far behind. So it's even
Mm-hmm.
more impressive that like what Kitty made in that time being so far behind. Um, but yeah, so that's like one of the other like big things that Yua apparently does not care about her NDA, which is
NDA what?
interesting.
Yeah.
NDA what apparently,
Anyway, who?
but yeah, it's wild what we're learning about this season, but it's also like, okay, interesting to hear these things.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's where I'm going to end that statement.
Well, and that's where that's when I'm going to add some things. Since
Oh
I'm out
boy.
of contract,
Mm-hmm.
there's no
Yes.
NDA for me.
Yes.
No, no, no. I'm just gonna say like an information about that. So during our season, and I think it still is, for 2 and 3, um, so the makeup time. This is where the other queens, international queens, really like gagged because we are only allowed to do everything in 1 hour and then
Ooh.
20 minutes to like put on everything. So 1 hour to do our makeup and then 20 minutes to do other stuff. And then what you call this? Like ice. We're on ice after that. On our design challenge, we only have 3.5,
Mm,
including the arc.
mm,
Wow.
Yeah. So
wow.
so with my situation, like the girls were already gluing while I was just like literally like sewing and making a skirt, and that's why uh, I didn't have enough time to like make the top. I already had the pattern and the bodice. I just had to sew it, but I don't have time anymore. So I
Right.
just use my undergarment, my bra, and just skip on like sticking because I was planning to like make something like really like a garment because I know how to sew at least, But the strategy mostly, especially with vinyas, that really, really work was just keep on gluing and gluing and gluing
Yeah.
and then editing
Yeah.
after.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
why her look was so, voluminous.
Yes.
It was like
Absolutely.
very, very big.
Yeah.
So
Absolutely. It
that's
was.
that.
I love that. I love hearing the outs and the back things and how that happens.
Whew.
But um, we got back to the workroom the next day because honestly, after they talked about Kitty and River, did you have something? I'm sorry.
Oh no.
Oh, you just I thought you raised your hand to say something, but I'm
Okay.
sorry. So go to the
No,
workroom.
actually, I'm just kidding.
No, but we go to the workroom next day. Um, and they're talking about, first they congratulate Ari for winning, good on her, and then they're talking about, you know, Bernie. Yeah, how you feeling? You were in the bottom. Do you? And she's like, I just want to make sure that I'm never there again. I don't like the bottom. I'm not gonna be there anymore. And I was like, okay, cool, great. Bernie's not gonna be there again, unfortunately. That's what they said. But
And
go ahead.
we have to talk about Kiana versus Bernie because it starts yesterday in the workroom when Kiana
Mm-hmm.
says, "Oh, I think Kitty should have been safe,
Hmm.
and I think Bernie should have gone home."
Mhm.
And then we bring that into the next day in the workroom, and
Hmm.
Bernie's like, "Well, why would you say that?" And Kiana's like, "Well, that's how I feel, girl."
Like that's said what I said.
I love you, Bernie, but like, girl, you're not performing. Like,
Yeah, that's true.
I appreciate that about Tiana is she honestly keeps it real. Her mind is in the
Hmm.
game. She is not in this fantasy
Yep.
world. She knows what's happening. She's very aware of how the
yep,
game is going. So I appreciate
Absolutely.
that she's calling it out.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
yeah,
actually, I
But she
totally
had
agree with Kiana.
yeah.
and she had another
Also good.
reason too,
Hmm.
because she had another reason which I didn't know she like heard or somebody. I don't know.
Yeah, I also like
Because
how
Right? How did she
in
know? Who told
because
her, or
Who
did she
told
That's
her?
overhear?
because in the Untucked from last episode,
Hmm.
circling back to last episode, Bernie was talking to who was it, Briggs? And
Brigden.
Hmm.
Briggs was like, "Well, who do you see in the top four?" And she's like, "Well, me, you, Venus, and Ari,
Hmm.
and not
Ooh,
Not
Kiana."
Kiana. Look here.
yeah, yeah, but who told Kiana?
Are we
That's
really
what
asking this question? She was talking to Brigading. Who else would actually say stuff behind their backs?
the the pot has been
mm,
stirred,
There's
baby. The
only one
pot.
person that Bernie was talking to and nobody else.
The pot
Especially
is
because
I
Bernie
hate
stirred,
doesn't
to
my
really
love.
say it.
speak
Baby,
English, so
we saw
she
her
can't
daughter
talk.
last season.
Oh,
And we
Yeah.
know her mother does the same thing.
We saw
Miss
that in season
Liz has
one.
that big
And
old wooden
Runs
spoon,
in the
is
and
by the
family.
she
way,
is
it's
horrendous.
always you who calls her out whenever she
Yes,
tries
Good.
to steer. It's always you like the good
Good.
bitch.
Yes, she did
and
do that
I
today, this
and
episode.
I
mm,
Laganja Estranja,
mhm.
Laganja Estranja. When you said Miss Yua was not going to be the pot stirrer this season, where,
Wait,
where?
hold on. Hold on. I'm finna come for you with defense. I'm finna come for you with defense. I don't think Ewa is the pot
I'm with
stirrer.
Lana here.
I think Ewa is the truth teller.
Yes.
Ewa sees the
Yes.
bullshit and she be like, I'm finna call you out on your bullshit. Because
Mm-hmm.
you is not up there saying like Brigading is the pot stirrer. Brigading is
Yes.
Yeah.
stirring all the pots, and I love it. I love it for her.
Yua,
But
Yua, Yua
Yua,
is the,
Yua
Yua
is
is
the
the,
I will call you out on your garbage. Like, don't play with me. Like, Yua is that friend that you have in your friend group who you want to take to the bar with you, take to the club with you, take like it's a group of y'all, and it's all. And if somebody is coming up to the group and y'all don't want to, you don't want to deal with this dude or whoever's talking to you or this girl talking to you, like, oh, I wish they would go away. That's the friend to be like, hey, we having a girls' night over here. Like, move along. Like, get out of here.
correct.
She don't like you. Dude, step
Yes.
off. Like, she's
You're
that
not her
friend.
type.
You're not her type. She don't like you. Please move on. She don't want to buy a drink from you. She can buy her own drinks. We don't need you. Like, step off. Like, she
You
is
know
that
what?
friend. I love
I
it.
will take Yua, and it sounds like I'm going to take Lana with me too.
Period. It's like I will be that girl. I'm that girl. But like, she don't like you, dude. Like, please step off. Or he don't like you, boy. Get out of here. Like, I'm that wing woman. But yeah, I think Yua is the truth teller in this group. She is
Mm-hmm.
not. She don't stir no pots. I love Yua. Yua is someone else who I did not know coming into this show.
Oh.
I didn't watch her season, and I'm like, Yua girl. I think I can hang out with
I
you.
knew you would.
I
I
think I
knew you
can.
would, Lana.
I was
I
like,
knew
I
you
think I can
would.
hang out with you, girl. I think me and
We
you can
love
go
you,
to the. I like her.
love you.
I like her a lot. Hmm. Because honestly,
And that's just the first minutes of the episode.
like who was doing it like you? Who is doing it like you right now? Nobody. She is just telling the truth, and she calls out everybody's bull every
Yeah.
single time, every single time. I love it.
I
But
think it's close with Kiana, like calling
yes,
like being
Mhm.
being the real
Being
ones.
real, just being
Real
period.
real.
life
They are
Yua.
the
Yeah.
real ones. I think Kiana and you all should be besties, like in real life. I think they should be besties and they should hang out. And I want to be in that friend group because,
Same.
yeah,
Whose
yeah.
table are you sitting at? You and
You and
Kiana's.
Kiana's,
100%.
period. I
100%.
want to sit there. I want to sit there and see who can outreal the other one. Who go outreal the other one because they so good. But yeah, we do have to move on. We've been talking about this. But yeah, our pal comes in. Well, Rube gives her message. Blah blah blah. They come in. We do the mini challenge. They have 15 minutes to get in drag to do this mini challenge. We call it jousting. I don't know the name. What was the name of it? What is it? I don't remember.
Gagamba ding.
Ah, good.
Gagambading.
Yeah, we call it
Gagamba.
So it's
jousting over here.
Yeah.
Oh, and here in the Philippines, especially like back in the 90s, it's a very famous child game,
Hmm.
children's game where in front of the school, there are like a lot of vendors selling different like toys, like
Hmm.
trinkets and all that. And yeah, so they also sell like spiders, and then you will buy a spider and then you will play play with on a stick, so you have your you have your own spider and then your classmates or your friend's spider, and then they will like fight, so basically
So
like
instead of a
that. And
cockfight, it's like a spider
Cockfights or
fight.
dog fight,
a
spider fight.
spider, yeah.
Mhm.
So whoever like outwebbed the I know
Okay.
wins, so basically like that.
That's interesting. I
But
will say,
drag
Yeah.
queen, but drag queens on a balance beam in
Dress as
Pushing
giant,
spiders.
dress as
dressed
Close
as
spiders.
enough.
spiders
Honestly,
in
I thought it's
giant.
Wipeout. It looks like Wipeout.
It
It
does
looks like
too.
Jousting.
Wipeout.
It
It
does.
looks
I
like
was like,
Jousting
Wipeout.
wipeout.
where are the big balls? I need the big balls.
Right.
Where are the big balls?
I was
I'm
just like, but we just did this in France. If we remember
yes.
All Stars France, we did the
Hmm.
same kind of challenge in France. And we've seen it before. But I was just like, okay, the translation called it, oh, gay spiders. And I was like, wait, what? What did you
Really?
mean, gay spiders? And then I was
So
like,
Gagamba is the Tagalog for spider.
okay,
And then since it ended with ba, they just put like ding, like so it's bading. It's another word. So it's just like a play
okay.
Oh,
on.
Play on
okay.
words. Got it. Good.
Okay.
Good to know because
Gotcha.
I was very confused about it. I was like, gay spiders? Okay.
Yeah.
Is that a thing? But I love that it really was just knock him off the balance beam.
And
Period.
Kiana kept on winning. Oh my
Kiana,
god,
she
this
wins.
bitch.
She's gonna be the mini challenge queen at
Slay.
this point. Like, hello?
She is
She,
coming for Matilda's gig.
she is
Yeah.
coming.
I think how many Matilda how
I
many
thought she
Matilda
won
won
wigs did
2
they
or
take?
3.
Four, I
I think
believe.
three,
4.
four, four. Okay, so Kiana
I'll
is
look.
like 1 minute
I'll look
challenge
I
real
think
away.
quick.
I don't think they made 4 episodes, so maybe 3.
Oh, maybe.
She made 6
Oh
episodes, I
yeah.
Oh,
think.
she did? Oh.
Don't you dare come for my girl Matilda, Jonathan.
I mean,
Matilda's my little sister, by the way.
I
Like
love
oh.
Matilda.
yeah, so no, like not little sister, like
Hmm. Hmm. Hmm.
in a group. So like in SF there's like Mabuhay Bitches, and she's the youngest of the group.
Okay.
Nice.
But yeah, Kiana wins another. It came down to Kiana and Suki, and
Yeah.
I was like, not rooting against Kiana, but I was hoping Suki would win because I'm like,
Me
somebody else
actually
needs
me
to
too.
win.
Hmm.
I was like,
Hmm.
somebody
Hmm.
else needs to win these mini challenges. I need some of the international queens to get a couple of coins out of here before they leave. Like,
Yeah.
get something.
Okay, so I have been proven wrong
Hmm.
in 2 facets. And I don't admit that lightly. She only made it 5 episodes. And
Hmm.
she won 3 mini challenges in those 5
Okay.
episodes.
So
So
she has
one
taken Matilda's,
more.
and yep, she will take Matilda's gig. Like, period. Like,
Yeah.
girl. Um, yeah, it was fine. We saw, Kiana wins, great. Then we find out what the maxi challenge is. And they bring in 4 beautiful mothers who have gone or who are
OFW.
OFW.
OFWs. And y'all, okay, this is going to be my ignorance, an American coming out right now. I did not know that existed and that was a thing. We have people who travel overseas for work and things like that, but I did not realize it was such a huge thing in the
Oh.
Philippines. And I was
Yes,
like,
it is.
I love learning about new things. And this was something I was like, oh, I'm so intrigued. So I was intrigued by just that being a thing and just off the rip. And then when we get into them talking about police. Um, but we bring in these 4 beautiful women who travel for work and are doing their thing. And so that's when we find out that it's a makeover challenge and it's going to be in pairs. So Mama Powell's like, hey, pair up really quick. And this pair up was a little frantic, but everybody pretty much got like, who they wanted, sort of,
I
kind
mean,
of.
Kiana wanted it to go with Brigading.
Yes.
Brigading had a different idea, and then
Yeah.
but
It,
it didn't really matter at the
it
end.
didn't really matter at the end at all
Yeah.
because once everybody got paired up and Kiana being the winner of the mini challenge, got to pair who all the women off to who they were going to be with. Um, and then after everybody gets paired, Mama Power says, "Oh, and something else, by the way, because you did win the mini challenge, you get to pick one person who you want to swap with somebody else and make a whole new team." And okay, y'all can tell
But
me
you
if
gotta
I'm
add
wrong.
though, Mama Pao actually also said, "Oh, why? Because for the drama."
For the
Said it
drama,
out loud.
Drama.
for
We're
the,
doing this for the drama, for
and
TV.
I was like, Yes, the drama, I see it. But production, could you be more obvious? Could you
I
be
love that she's calling it
even
out.
more obvious, production? Like, we know what you're trying to do. The
Exactly.
second she said that, I was like, I know who's about to get switched. You are not, you cannot trick me. You cannot trick me. I know what's happening. And sure enough, she says, Siam, you go with
You
She's a bad
with
girl.
Yua. Yeah, you go with Yua, and Brigading is with me because that's what I wanted anyway. That's what I
No,
Venus.
wanted. Not
Venus.
Vingus,
Venus.
not Brigading. Vingus, not Brigading. Vingus, you're with me because that's who I want. That's what I wanted anyway. And I was like, okay, we want to put the international girl. We're gonna keep y'all together. We're gonna
Yeah.
keep y'all together, and then we go all be together over here. I was like, I see what y'all do in production. Am I mad? Not. It didn't. Okay, it didn't bother me that much to care that much, but I was just like, but I see what you're doing. I see what you're doing. But it's
Yeah.
for the drama of it all, I guess.
Well, for me, at first, it's like for the drama, but as the episode progressed, like having the conversations with the women, it's nice. I think it works that, Yua is with Siam because they
Mm-hmm.
got to understand the OFW perspective without the
Mm-hmm.
sympathy of a Filipino there. Like two
Yes.
foreign nationals hearing a story of a Filipino overseas Filipino worker. So they have like both it's very eye-opening, I guess. And then,
Yes.
with Siam being like also being have an experience being an overseas worker, being an FA
Mm-hmm.
before. So yeah, they and then Yua, just like what you said earlier, like it's also
Mm-hmm.
like a new concept to her, new idea.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
let me just emphasize on that. Yes, it is a thing here and it's true. Overseas Filipino workers make up a big part of the Philippine economy.
Yeah.
Yes,
I
because
had
there
no
are a
idea.
lot of well, so number one, because honey, it's the Philippines. Life is hard here, to be
Mm-hmm.
honest. Uh, and then number two, Filipinos are very, very talented and creative, and they're very
Mm-hmm.
hardworking. Number three, they're very hospitable. So
Yes.
especially in the medical field, they're always needed outside the Philippines. And then I guess it works well the best with Filipinos because um this is based on research, so it's true that Filipinos have the best that has one of the most versatile tongues when it comes to language.
Yes. And
I
other
mean,
Uh-huh.
things,
there's
as
just yeah,
we've
and other
heard.
things. I mean,
Damn.
literally, and with the subtext.
Mama
But
Didi
yeah,
already told us preseason, so yes, we've
yeah.
been informed. Yes.
Yeah, so like we can adapt to the language
Mm-hmm.
easily, and we can also like I guess not totally like emulate the way of speaking, but at least enough to understand from the place that we're wherever in the world. So that's
Mhm.
that. And of course, life is hard. And,
Yeah.
I don't know if you heard the news about the Philippines, but honey, things are not going well here in the Congress. It, talking about a lot of corruption things.
Mm-hmm.
So with the OFW thing, it really like, it's very evident that if you want to have a good life for your family, you got to fly somewhere else, to look for better opportunities, or at least, somewhere where your efforts will be well compensated.
Yeah.
So
Mhm.
that's that.
Absolutely.
While we are on this topic, piggybacking off of Miss Turing here, I know I'm new to this podcast. Y'all barely know me. And I will admit that the makeovers episodes are usually my least favorite, only because they
See,
kind
Welcome
of
to the club.
welcome to the
Welcome
club.
to the
Mm-hmm.
club. Yep.
sometimes they get a little too sappy and cheesy for me.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But this one hit home really hard. I
Mm-hmm.
was getting very I like to make the joke that I don't have any feelings, but I was getting very emotional when,
Mm-hmm.
as soon as all the women started walking in and even more so as soon as they started talking to the women once they're in their groups. Um, I have kind of first-hand experience of having an OFW parent.
Mm,
Me and my three brothers at the time were basically being raised by our mom because our dad left to California for a few years. So we
mhm,
haven't seen him in a few years, and he's working really hard to send us money back home in the Philippines. And during my interview for to be part of this podcast, I told you all that I came to the US when I was 10 years old. And
mhm,
that's really how I was able to come here with my brothers and with my mom is because my dad was away for 2, 3 years, making as much as he can to send back to the Philippines. And
mhm.
fly us all here. So I think it's a really great idea for production for this episode to shine a light on OFW because, as Lana said, I think as Yua said in the episode, they had no idea what that is. And it
No,
Yes.
is a
no.
huge thing in the Philippines. So it's good that they are being seen and that this kind of, I guess, industry, I
Mhm.
suppose you can call it, is being given a spotlight on.
Right. Agreed. Because it's not like we haven't seen, like, a lot of people do work overseas from, we have people who travel overseas, but it's like it's not a, like, oh, I have to. It's because of want. It's a want to
Yeah.
go overseas and
Yes.
travel. I want to go over, over to other countries and work over there, see what it's like, blah blah blah. You could find work here if you look hard enough and to
Mm-hmm.
be able to make it. But what I was listening to, they were like, no, we had to leave to find the work, to find the money, to take care of our families. And that was so foreign to me. Like, I did
Yeah.
not know that. It wasn't processing in my brain because I'm so so sheltered in knowing American culture that I'm like, what? But and the crazy part of it is, it's not like we don't see it. We've seen a lot
Exactly.
of people come here and
Yeah.
go, they come here for work. We see it in all cultures and we see,
Yeah.
but it doesn't register that they came
Yes.
because they had to, not because they wanted to. We always
Yes.
think we leave because we want to, not because we
Yes.
have to. And so I was so, like, wow. This was one of the moments of watching Drag Race where it had me going, wow, I am learning right now. And I appreciate learning right now. And it opened my eyes to so much. And I appreciate
Yeah.
them showing this because listening to the one mm, that took me out, like, I was floored when they were like, we go places and people don't treat us well. We go places
Mhm.
and we're helping them and they still treat us like we are not,
Garbage.
like we're not. And I'm like, for me, as a Black woman in this country, the crap we go through in this country is like, yeah, we are here and we are citizens and they treat us like crap. But then to know people leave their country, come to a country, go help somebody, and they still like, it bothers me so much because I'm like, I know how that feels in a whole different sense, but not in the same sense. It's just like I was
And you know what's crazier about that even more,
mm,
like what makes it adds another level to it? A lot of the people that are leaving their countries to go work in the US are leaving their countries because the US made it harder for their countries to give them
but
opportunities.
here's the
So
thing,
they
they're
have
not
to
Correct.
even
go to
coming.
the country that is destroying their own
But here's the
country.
thing, they're not even
You know what I
coming.
mean? Like that's
But see,
so
but see,
crazy.
that's the crazy part. They weren't even coming here. That's the thing. They were talking about going to Hong Kong and
No,
Thailand.
right.
Yes.
But
Yeah.
I'm
yes,
just,
but the ones
I'm
that
just,
go to the that's what I'm
and,
Yes.
and I'm not defending us at all. Please don't think that. I'm just saying I'm
oh,
talking about people
absolutely
on
not.
this
I would never.
show. The people who were talking, because I know our issues, and if they came here and said those same things, I'd be like, "Yep, I believe that to be true," because I know our issues. But to hear they go to other countries and it's the same thing, and I'm just like, "What are we doing in this world, y'all? What are we doing in this world where people are helping you and you still think you are better than someone else? What are we doing in this world where you are calling them? They not ask you, you send it for them." You sending for them to come to you, and you still want to act like you are better than. Oh, please get me off the soapbox.
Uh,
Okay, please, please, please.
Lana, let me add another layer with that to make it more crazier and more like sadder. Sadder. Those OFWs that had to leave, some of them had to downgrade with their
Yes.
uh professional lives. Like, so let me give you an example. Here in the Philippines, if you're a doctor and if you want to work abroad, you will not be a doctor abroad. You
Mm,
will go back to being a
a
nurse.
nurse.
They have to demote themselves.
Exactly. And you will have to work for several years as a nurse so so you will have the eligibility to apply to be at least a doctor in that. Particularly in the UK, there are a lot of nurses in the UK who were doctors in the Philippines. And also like example, I for one, my father was an OFW, but in Taipei. And also with the story that you highlighted, it's actually unfortunately very common that they are being maltreated outside, you know. So there's this very famous film here in the Philippines. Basically, the title is called Anak, so a child. So the story is basically what the woman in the story on the episode highlighted that she had to leave for Hong Kong to be a domestic helper. And then here's the sad thing. Um, her employer, um, what you call this, took her passport so she cannot leave anywhere. Like, so she cannot go out of the country if she's being maltreated. Whenever the family goes out, she's always locked inside the house. So another thing with the story of the movie, her husband died and she cannot leave because her employer took her passport. So that so by the time that she finally had the opportunity to go back to the Philippines, her children were already grown and they now hate her. And that where the story revolves around. Like her trying to like win her children back because they grew up with their aunts. So that's how it is. And that's just like what Kiana said, that she grew up with her aunts because, you know, her mom was an OFW. And just like with Vinyas, fortunately for Vinyas, you know, um she never went, you know, the rebel route, you know,
Mhm.
because yeah, and maybe so that's that. It's actually a common thing here,
Ooh,
unfortunately.
that's
And it's hard, but
Yeah.
like the kids don't understand. Like we
Eh,
understand both sides, right?
right.
Hmm.
Because the
Yep.
kids don't
Hmm.
understand when they're
Mm-hmm.
young. They do understand like after they're
Yes.
grown and everything, they get it. But
Yeah.
that doesn't like
That doesn't stop
when
the
you're a
pain.
kid, it just you take that with you. And
Yeah.
it is like kind of both ways, right? Like
Yeah.
some people rebel and some people don't like, but like
Yeah.
it's so important to hear those stories. I'm so glad that we had that in this episode,
Hmm.
specifically this like these stories. I loved hearing about it.
and
I mean,
and
they
to
were
have it
sad, but it was,
and to
yeah.
Me
have it
too. I love
on
that we're talking about it.
on this season where it's the Slaysian season as well. I think
Hmm.
it is the right time to bring
Yeah.
in OFW to have this kind of makeover. You know, I wish we maybe had more OFWs and maybe it was a solo makeover, and that's just me being selfish because I would have loved to hear more OFW perspectives. But I do love that we got to hear the perspectives that we did hear from these ladies, and I appreciate hearing all of the perspectives here. Jonathan, I appreciate you telling your story as well. Because, you know, like Lana was saying, like, I think both of us can attest to the fact that, like, we just have this first world perspective where, like, we see people coming in to at least the US where, like, we see people coming here and it's a lot of the times it's exactly like she said. We see people coming here and we think it's because they want to, and it's not always
The
that
case.
case. It's usually because they have to. And this is a lot of the reason why I love watching Drag Race, is just because I love learning more about these cultures and the good and
Yeah.
unfortunately
Mhm.
a lot of the bad.
Hmm.
And
And
a
it's
lot of the
not
ugly as well.
Very
and a lot
ugly.
of the ugly, and it's not good to hear, but it's good that we are getting this highlighted on an international
Mhm.
stage
It's important to hear.
so that
Yeah.
hopefully these things can be maybe at some point changed, and these attitudes can be changed and rectified so that
Yeah.
people don't have to keep enduring these things, because like it's gross. Why can't people just treat people like people?
Yeah. Well, and also like it's not just, I mean, because it happens in the Philippines, but
It
in
happens all over.
general, it's all over. Like just like what Suki said, her mom was an OVW, like Vietnam, right? Or
Hmm.
Vietnamese or Cambodian. So her
Mhm,
mom was an OVW. So
mhm.
she had to, like, go to Canada to work and raise six. Oh my God, six
Six.
kids, a single mom
Yeah.
of six. Oh, wow.
It's
It,
it's
Wow.
it's so important to have these conversations and hear stories so people can start to see to talk about it and
yeah.
and and
Mhm.
and get it out in the open, and maybe things will change. I know it's nothing is changing overnight, nothing happens quickly, but the more you talk about it, the more people can realize, hey, you're being a really crappy person, and this person who is here to help you is actually a human being as well. They're not your property, they're not your, you don't own them, they're not your slave, they are people who are here to help you and trying to make your life a better and easier, so you should be able to do the same, make their life better and easy. It just, I literally, okay, I'm gonna stop because I will,
Yeah.
Mm.
By the
I
way,
hate it so much.
let me just add to this. In as much as we are talking about this to highlight the stories, I also have to I have to add that it's not always sad.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's just so happened that, I guess, for the drama of it all, Drag Race,
Yeah.
interviewed women who has, a lot of, like, who were the have the more,
The harder
like,
stories.
the hardest stories. But there are also a lot of OFWs who really, like, made it out there and,
Hmm.
like, made really, like, went out of the Philippines to, have an amazing life.
Hmm.
Became
I have a
successful.
lot of friends. Yeah, I have a lot of friends who went out to the Philippines, went out of the Philippines to have, and they had better life now.
Hmm.
And it's not just sad. I mean, the missing part, missing your family, is always the sad part. I mean, I guess it goes for everyone that if you
Yes.
stay if you stay away from one place,
Oh. Hmm.
it's always like for too long. You will always miss your family, but
Absolutely.
that's just that. It's for everyone. So
Absolutely.
yeah, and but it's not always sad. It's not always a sad story. It
Yeah,
just so
No,
everybody's
happened
because
that
not
they
horrible.
highlighted.
Look, everybody's not horrible people. Some people do go to
Yeah.
work for other people and work overseas with other people, and it's not a bad experience. But just
Okay.
to
Yeah.
hear them highlighted in this one, these
Yeah.
is like, yeah. But
Okay, now
that
let me
I
add. Okay,
will. Oh,
to change the mood, let me just give you a story that an OFW who had an amazing life. So I
Cool.
have a friend. I have a friend who was an OFW, and then actually not totally like OFW because it's on a cruise. So
mm,
how do you say that? She worked
yeah.
on a
Um,
cruise,
she
and
was a
then
cruise
OFWC,
worker.
OFWC. You add a
OFW.
C on the or overseas Filipino worker on a cruise. I don't know. I don't
Yeah,
know.
I
Open
guess like that.
Filipino worker.
So
Sure.
Open
basically, I have a
water
friend.
Filipino worker.
Yeah, so I have a friend who is an OFW, works on a cruise ship, and then she no he well yeah well he met someone, not for a relationship, but like made a friend.
Hmm.
And then this old person wasn't you know isn't for was unfortunately going on cruises just to enjoy the rest of
Hmm.
her life. And then turns out there's no air. So what
Oh.
happened, since the old woman got close with my friend inherited all of the
Wow.
estate of the
That's
woman.
that's such a movie.
I'm going on a
Is that?
cruise.
Literally.
Oh my God! It
I'm gonna
really
work on a
is
cruise
like
ship.
a
Where do I sign
movie.
We're
up?
going on a cruise. Yeah.
I have to sign up for to work on a cruise ship and just
Funny,
befriend all the old
like
people.
imagine just being yourself and
Yeah.
making a friend at
Mm-hmm.
work, and just you being you, like, being a kind person. You all of a sudden, you didn't know that this person is looking at you differently, deeper, and you were just, being nice to him, like to her, like the usual you, and
You
then
just
turns out
never
you will inherit everything. And she was surprised. I mean, yeah, my friend was surprised because there's a lawyer who just arrived at their place. And then, so by the way, do you remember you met this person during your cruise work? So she passed away. And of course, it was a sad story, but you are the heir of all of the estate of this person. You
you
just have to
just
sign this, and then there's no need because you also paid for all of the transferring fees of the
wow.
titles of the land and everything. Yeah.
It
And get
pays to be
this,
nice.
they're all abroad.
Mm.
Everything is abroad. So imagine you have estate abroad.
It pays to be nice. You never
It
know.
really is. It really
I,
is.
I,
It really is.
I, my mom has been putting that into my life from very young. She was like, it doesn't cost much or it doesn't take much to be nice. It takes more energy to be mean to somebody. So be nice to people because you never know. You could be messing up your blessing being mean to people. You could just miss out
Exactly.
on something amazing just because you want to be ugly to somebody or you want to be
Yep.
sassy. You want to show a point. Like it does not make sense. It's so much
Yep.
easier to be like, yeah, it's cool. Let's get it done. Like I love that. I love that story. It's such a movie. Somebody should make that as a movie. I would never. I would go pay money to see
It
that
has a
movie.
similar story here in the Philippines, but they made it more Filipino-like. But
It
basically,
seems very
it
pretty
happens.
womanish to me. It seems very pretty womanish to me. Like,
Yeah.
without the
No.
prostitutes. Without the prostitutes. It just seems very it just seems like the whole taking somebody who is just trying to be nice and just trying to do what they do and fall
Yeah.
into the hands of somebody who really could help you and take care of you. And man, that's crazy. I love that. I love
Also,
that.
like, if you're being nice, I, for one, if I go to like New Jersey, I have a place to stay because
Period.
I was once being kind to an old man, and he said that just like on a plane going to Taipei, and I was just talking to him, and he offered me his place in New Jersey, like a cabin.
Great.
Yeah,
Word.
We're
and
going
I
to
know
New
it's not
Jersey.
something. It's not really creepy because he's also Filipino, so I know that
Oh,
Filipinos will
good.
never
Yeah.
be serial
Right.
killers.
Right.
So
They could never.
the moral of the story, everybody, be nice to people. Just be
That's
nice
true.
to
Correct.
people. But
Correct.
so we gotta move because
Are we going to be nice when we talk about the
we're going to be
The
nice to
we
runway.
people.
are.
We're going
We
to be
are.
nice to people, but we're gonna be honest. We're gonna be
We're
nice
going with
and
track record.
honest.
We're going to be nice.
We're going to be nice and honest because we really don't have a whole lot. They do a lot of all the talking happens,
Yeah.
and we heard all the different stories of all the women and all of that. And we saw the reactions from the queens to the women and those who related to what they were going through. It was sad. We just talked a
To
lot
see
about
like the
that.
both sides, like the kid and
Yeah.
the
Yes,
mom side of the
yes,
story.
yes.
Yes.
So we saw all of that, and so I think we just go to the runway because
Can I
unless you
can
want to
I
say
bring
something else, go ahead.
Okay, there are two really funny things that
Okay.
happened as they're getting ready. One of them being as Briggs and Suki are getting Beverly ready and they're coming
Mhm.
up with her name
Oh, yes.
and they decide on Bevelicious D and they're
Mhm.
like, what's the D stand for? Dick. I love this woman. I love this
Beverages
woman.
is great.
I love this woman. She is incredible. Love this woman. And then as Arizona and Bernie are getting Mama Ermi ready, and they're talking about like their story and everything like that, and how they just went like on a like a trip right before Slaysian, and it was cute and lovely and wonderful and everything. I could not help but focus the entire time on
Oh
the
my
fact
god. I
that
totally
Brigading's look from last week is just
It's
in the
the
background,
background, just sitting
looming
there.
over them, and it's just like, oh.
A
and
gargoyle like in the
there's
back,
there
like a sky.
yeah, there's a meme on Twitter that there's just a screen grab of that. Like, Briggs is so lazy. Like the girls already doing their makeup while Briggs is just standing there sleeping.
Exactly. Come on now, catch
Oh my
up.
god!
Briggs is so ahead of the game.
You check out Briggs' vlog about it, how they
Uh-huh.
made that. They really look like, she really looked like that. It's so
Yeah.
good. The prosthetic is so good. And well, of course, just like what I said, Lana, River, and Jonathan, Briggs can do her mug in 6 minutes. That's how
Yeah.
fast she is when it comes to, she's really that good.
That's
So
crazy.
Yeah.
That's
regardless,
wild.
Yeah.
that's why I totally understand that Briggs is doing the makeup
Mm-hmm.
and Suki is doing
The
the
outfit
headpiece,
and
Yeah.
headpiece,
the
yeah.
outfit.
Yeah.
It makes sense. I
Yeah.
mean, look, you know your strengths. They know who they are. They know their
Yeah.
strengths. They're like, we can knock this out. Suki can sew a gown in an hour and a half. It's like, all right, there
Yeah.
you go, girl. Here
Right.
you go, done. So I like that they,
Yeah.
they stay weaknesses and strengths.
Their
Thank
dynamics really work.
Mm-hmm.
and thankfully they A found each other attractive and B worked really well together. So hey, it worked
Absolutely,
out.
it
But
worked out.
yeah, it works out
Yes.
for everybody.
So are we ready now to just head off to the
I
run?
think so. I think it's time.
I think it's
Oh,
time.
oh, oh. There's the button.
Mm-hmm. Oh, hey. The theme for the runway is Homecoming Gala Night because we're welcoming these beautiful ladies home from their overseas jobs, and so we're gonna give them a gala. And I thought this was a beautiful thing. I like this theme. I like this theme. I will say I like this theme. But
Yes.
let's get into it. So today we are going to let you start us off with these looks. You tell us what you think about it. You can go in the order that they walked and tell us what you thought about each look.
Okay, so I actually I was about to ask, like, is it a so the theme is like home. This is a makeover, and
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Mama Pao also said on the brief that it's a drag family
Mm-hmm.
resemblance. So my question is, um, which of the four is really like, close to the family resemblance thing?
That's a great question.
Because to me, honestly, I love Yua and Siam, but based on the family resemblance brief, it should be Venus and Kiana.
Oh.
Because no, because of like the Mariah ism, and also with the well, I don't. It's close with Bernie and Ari, but it's because of the totality of the
Mhm.
vibe, same fabric,
Mm-hmm.
um, same with the thing and the way they walk. But it's like the face. To
Mm-hmm.
me, Venus and Kiana really made what's the mom's name?
It was
Oh, I have
Mariah.
Made
Actually,
Mariah.
yeah,
made Mama Mariah
Mariah
look like,
Ozawa.
yeah,
yes.
made Mariah Ozawa look like, they all belong in one family.
Mm-hmm.
So
And she's the matriarch. Like
yes,
the mother Mariah. And I love that they did like the three Marias, like the Bible.
yes.
And then a play on that. That was fun. But
I'm
so you think they should have
excluding
been
you.
you think they should have been the winner?
No, at least stop. No, I'm excluding
Oh, okay.
Suki and Briggs because obviously
Okay.
to the T. I
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
mean, like if you're gonna cut the eyes, it's Briggs' eyes.
Mm.
So you can easily get the family resemblance there. And the totality of the look, the presentation, it's so good.
Mhm.
But if I'm going to pick who's also like who's the high, for me it's Kiana and Venus.
Okay.
Okay.
Mhm.
But honestly, I also agree that Bernie and Ari was the
Not
bottoms.
not bad, right? Like not
Yeah.
bad, I don't think, but like out of everyone, the
Yeah.
least. Yeah.
Yes. Actually, even I was surprised. Like, so how are they going to judge this? Because, like,
Yeah.
um, honestly, face value, you would think it's you and Siam because it looks messy. It just, but the way they presented it, and the way they explained it, that it's a mixture of culture, you will, okay, okay. But yeah, how, I guess we're splitting hairs now because
Mm.
it's really that good. And then Suki said, on the Untucked, yeah, that's the reason why they were in the bottom. Hmm.
Oh, it just being stretch dresses.
It's a stretch
Yeah,
dress,
It's a
girl.
stretch
yeah.
dress.
I
It's
mean,
a
it's a
stretch dress.
beautiful stretch dress,
But
but
it's just a
yes.
stretch dress.
But it's just a stretch dress,
It's just a
girl.
stretch dress.
Yeah, like I was like, Suki, you don't have to tell. You didn't have to, but sure.
I mean,
Look,
you're right, but
But it's but it's
it's a
but it's
stretch
just a
dress.
but girl, it's
It's
just
just
a
a
stretch
stretch dress.
dress.
Like
Yeah.
Suki
But
said,
I
with
wanted
the,
to improve my aesthetic this time. Yeah, girl, that's
but
a
Yeah.
good
it's just a
point.
stretch
It's
dress
just a
though.
stretch dress.
Like you didn't add nothing to this stretch dress. It's just
Yeah.
so
Oh my god.
I love how Suki was just like, girl,
The way she
like
said it is so endearing. So how are you gonna be
right.
offended by that?
You can, cause Suki,
yeah.
she wasn't like we were like, girl, it's just a stretch. She was like, but it's a
Yeah.
stretch dress.
Yeah.
Like
It's that
it's
subtle
is
shade
that
that you love from
is
Suki
that
Doll.
you know what it is? Is that Canadian
That Canadian
that
Politeness.
kindness.
Canadian that they don't they are just so sweet in their delivery. They go apologize for everything, but they go rip you to shreds in the nicest way possible. They
Oh,
are so
okay.
shady, but nice nasty is what I like to call it. They are very nice, and they like girl, it was just a stretch dress, and it was. You could have done more, but it was pretty, but it was a stretch dress though. And you're
Oh
like,
my
you know what? It was a stretch dress, and I know you're right.
god.
But I mean, but it wasn't. No, it wasn't bad. But it's just a stretch dress. And you're like, okay, I appreciate you telling. Like Ari was like, I appreciate your criticism. And I just, it was just a stretch dress.
It's like, okay, I'm already in the bottom, but I appreciate you still coming for my look. Like I'm already in
Like
the bottom,
I'm
but thank you
dead,
though.
but I
Thank you for the
appreciate
note.
you hitting me
Like
some
here I am
more.
already pleading my placement here, but thank you.
I'm literally
Yes.
about to go home potentially at your hand, but girl, thank you for telling me that I'm wearing
A
a
stretch dress.
what is this? Chartreuse stretch dress. Thank you, girl. Really appreciate that. Yes, I
It's
know
just
I'm
a
wearing
stretch
it.
dress.
It's just a stretch dress.
Oh
That's
my
I'm going to say
god.
I'm keeping that in my memory and my that's going to be my thing from now. I'm like, girl, it's just a stretch dress.
Girl, it's just a stretch
It's just a
dress.
stretch dress.
I
That's
One of
what
those
I'm
love
going to
memorable
it.
say.
drag
It's just
race
a stretch
quotes.
dress. That is a quote that I will be saying from here on out. It's just a stretch dress.
Though I have to say, I missed the part that um they didn't highlight where the girls are, preparing for the looks
Right.
because they're only with the stories. That's why we never got to see how did they do it. Like,
Yeah.
The process, yeah.
the
Yeah.
process because normally you will see some clips like they were trying to make this work, walk. I mean, we see like, we saw like how they teach the, one clip, but other than that, like the preparation, they never edit it that way.
Mm-mm,
I
we didn't
missed
get
that part.
preparation. I do too. I
Yeah.
would like to see some of that, but they just went right on to here, put this makeup on, put this wig on, and let's go.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You know.
this episode felt very um
Story centered.
Yes.
not even. It felt very
Rushed. Rushed.
floaty. It felt very like loose and very like there wasn't a whole lot of content in this episode, which was weird for a makeover challenge because
You know
to
what
what
I think?
Jonathan said,
Oh,
I think it was too
Yeah.
much content that they weren't
They-
able to put together to tell a cohesive story.
they didn't know what to
yeah.
do with this episode.
Right.
Like
The
they
amount
just
of yeah.
yes, they extended a part of the story too much that
Yeah.
it takes away the other process of the
Mhm.
normal makeover episode.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because I would
They
have
wanted
liked
to
to
focus
see.
on the stories, I think.
Because I would have liked to
Yes.
see because we kind of hear a little bit of Siam and Yua talking about how they kind of blended their makeover looks. It doesn't really sound like any other team
Yeah.
blended their looks. It just sounds like they took Briggs's looks and that's what they used. They
Right.
took
Yes.
Arizona's looks and that's what they used. They took, I believe, Venus's looks and
Yes,
that's what they
Venus.
used. Because
Yeah.
Venus is the one that does Mariah.
Yeah.
And in the one other case here, they kind of blended Yua and Siam's makeover looks that they brought and kind of blended their concepts. And I think that's really, really fun, actually. I think that might have been what ultimately saved them from being in the bottom, to be honest with you, because yes, it was a little messy, but I
Yeah.
agree with what you said, Turing. Ultimately, they sold it. They had the best story on the runway, in my opinion.
Yes.
Mhm.
Yes.
Agreed.
Like, and it's interesting. I just went and looked on the wiki to see where everybody was placed according to where they place everyone. Venus, Kiana, Siam, and Yua are all rated as high for this episode.
Wow.
Oh.
And I would agree with that, actually.
Okay, okay.
I would actually put all three of those teams in the top. Because
Yes.
I don't really think unfortunately, I think everyone did really well in the challenge this week. I think that's really the
Mhm.
difficulty with this makeover, is I think all four duos did a really great job here. I just think the least successful of the four groups, unfortunately, was Ari and Bernie, only because A, girl, it's just a
It's-
dress, and B, because the looks were just a tad simpler. The presentation was very good, but
Yes.
comparatively, when you
Yeah,
compare
yeah, yeah.
everything next to each other, like I liked, I think the only other team you could have had in contention would have been Siam and Yua, and I think their story just really elevated them
Yes.
beyond any doubt, really, unfortunately.
Also, also can I say I like watching this earlier. My question in my head was, so were they briefed? So because you know that they have to bring the looks. So where they already knew that it's gonna be paired because
It
they need
had
to
to.
bring 3 looks.
They had to have been told that they had to have been told to bring 3 looks for a makeover.
Yeah, because girl, why would you spend extra kilogram for a third look because you
Right.
needed an extra for the weight, di ba? Like
Yeah. Why would you
especially
bring
like with
3
Briggs,
Mariah gowns? Like,
not even Mariah, like with the 3 gowns for like Briggs, it's
Yeah.
so heavy.
Yeah.
I guess we just
Eh,
need to wait for you to give us more tea.
I
Right.
know. I'm like,
Absolutely.
I need to wait for bootleg opinions to see A,
What
who's
more
going on.
information we'll
And
get from the NBA?
Yeah. You says what NBA?
we'll catch y'all up next week on the tea on bootleg opinions. We'll be the unofficial bootleg opinions after show to let y'all know what you missed. If you're not watching bootleg opinions, you only get half the story.
wait,
I-
question with US bootleg opinion. Is it like a question and answer, like the fans will send in questions, or you will just keep on just storytell?
I think it's just they just review the looks from the episode. So it's
Okay.
like fashion photo review.
Okay.
So it was originally bootleg fashion photo review. I think is literally what she called it. and then got a cease and desist from World of Wonder. So then she had to rename it Bootleg Opinions. And that's what she made her brand as post Drag Race was. And she's been doing that.
Honey, the information she spilled, all of the information she spilled were like, it's like a very specific answer to very specific questions.
I don't know.
You would just not care about no
keep it real.
NDA. You would just not care about no NDA. She's like, whatever. I don't care. What you gonna do?
I can't read Tagalog. I'm just gonna sign this.
Right. I'm just gonna act like I didn't know. I didn't know.
No. Oh, wait. By the way, it's general contract for everyone.
I mean, she gonna act like. I mean, I can see general contract and still be like, I don't know what that means.
In season, like for us in the Philippines, our NDA contract is the same with the US. So it's a general for everyone because there is a Jan clause, there's a Eureka clause, there is like Jiggly clause. So there are like there. I don't know how many pages are there now.
Yeah.
But it's 39 pages when we signed it. Yeah.
They're covering all bases.
I know.
Yeah, and the clauses, it keeps on adding up because, with the things that happen every season.
You a girl. You a girl. Blame it on the American education system. We don't do that well over here. Just blame it on that. Like, I didn't know. I didn't. They didn't tell us that in school, so I didn't really. What? That's a thing. I had no idea. But yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so I want to know from everybody, well, really quickly, because we're going to have our look over here. So make sure to check out the look over here to get the in-depth thoughts and how everybody feels about it. But I want to know from everybody really quick thoughts on each look. So, Logan, I'll start with you.
Okay. I think I'll start with our Mariahs, our tres Mariahs here. I like that we're finally getting to see some of Venus's celebrity impersonation on the runway. I was really, really happy when they came out because we've only really seen that from her in Snatch Games. So, and we'll get to see more of it next week. So I'm very excited about that too. I think it was a smart direction to go. It wasn't as effective for me, unfortunately, as a makeover, just because I wanted to see their makeover partner be a little bit more dragged up. And that's kind of just where I wanted her to get the big, like, dragged up experience as opposed to the more female impersonation and celebrity impersonation situation. But I thought overall the three of them looked gorgeous. Briggs and Suki and Bevelicious D ate one down, left no crumbs. Ari and Bernie and Hermie, I believe, is the name that they decided on. I think they look great, but unfortunately, like I said, I think their storyline was the weakest. Though I think their presentation was really, really great.
It's cohesive.
Yeah, and this shot I pulled of them all going to the camera and going, "Ha!" I loved it. I loved every moment of it. And I think Siam, Yua, and Angelique did a really, really great job. She was the center of that story. And I loved seeing Yua's personality, especially finally shine on the runway and getting to see her fully camp up a runway finally and feel confident on the runway. I love to see it.
Okay. River, what about you?
I really enjoyed the three Mariahs. I thought it was a smart idea to do, like I said, like the three Mariahs of the Bible and then do Mariah. I thought it was really smart, well done and polished. They were my second favorite. Suki and Brigadine and their makeover were amazing. The only thing is I don't really enjoy when I can see like the hoop on the hoop skirt. Like that is literally the only thing that bothered me, but like they look so good, it doesn't really matter. They were still number one, even with that. And I love that they did like the colors of the Filipino flag, like that, the concept, everything, the presentation was really great. Arizona, Bernie, and Hermie, I enjoyed like the 80s villain kind of thing. And the presentation I think was really fun. I think the looks were good, fine. You know, it is just a stretch dress, but it's a beautiful, good looking stretch dress. The colors worked. I think everyone everyone overall did good. there were just levels, but
Mhm.
they were unfortunately number 4. And then Siam, Yuha, and Muha, I thought was an interesting name, Muha Pussy. So they did like the first name similar to Yuha and the last name with Siam. I like that.
Yeah.
I think they were beautiful, a little messy, but still beautiful. And I think the presentation was really fun. And that's where they really stood out from Bernie in Arizona with the presentation.
Absolutely. Jonathan?
Yeah, so overall, I felt like all 4 teams did do a great job, but I did start ranking them because that's apparently what we're all doing now. So number 4, aesthetics wise, really just basing it on aesthetics, I would put Siam and Yua as number 4. I did think that the outfits were a little bit messy, a little too much going on. I did feel like the makeup was also a little messy. But having said that, at least they're the pair that were able to mix their drag together into their guest. Number 3, I did put Bernie in Arizona. Um, Turing, you mentioned that they were referencing 80s villain from a movie. I never saw that movie, but I did see the soap opera, so I got exactly what they were talking about. I knew exactly the reference they were making, and also, yes, it's simple, but it seemed very clean to me at least. Number 2, pretty close to number 1, just by a hair. Number 2 is Venus and Kiana. I mean, being in a group and a pair between Kiana and Venus, really they can do anything. So they're pretty close to the top here. But what really inched up Suki and Brigading for me was that it is Logan, like what you said, it is a little bit more drag than the other pair. So they would be number 1 for me.
Mm-hmm.
So, for me, I agree with everything you all just said. There's no reason to continue to beat the dead horse. Um, I think everybody did well in this challenge. I just think it was a matter of who did it the best. And I think the only thing, Jonathan, my difference is the switches with yours with Bernie and Arizona with Suki and Siam due to the way they performed it. I thought
You and
theirs
Siam?
were Siam and Yua. That's what I said, right?
You said Suki.
Yeah, sorry. Yua and Siam is what I meant. Y'all know what I meant. I might get names mixed up, but you
We
know what I
know.
mean. You know what I mean. Period. But Siam and Yua, I think they just had the way they performed it on the stage was just edged them out. So yeah, same rankings. We all know that Suki and Briggs won this challenge because they should have, and it was just good. It was really good. I really love the whole Philippine flag and how they did it when they did the spin and all the. I love that. I
That's
love
fun.
that.
Well
That
done.
was so good and so well done. It was just the perfect performance for what they did and what they had. I loved it.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, we get to the results because they talked to everybody. We saw the conversations with the women on the stage. I love that they had chairs for them because baby, that would have been me. Like, please let me sit down. Please let me sit down, honey. I'm not used to being up on my
You
feet all
setting the
this time
precedent.
in these hills all day. Like, give me a seat to sit
Not that
down.
face, Mama Tur. Not that
Honey,
face.
Mama
that's
Taming,
why
what's the looks?
Give me a
that's
Mama,
why
stool.
I fucking fainted, bitch.
I know!
here, see, they could have gave you a
Hello.
seat. Like if they would have gave you a seat to sit down. Hello, but
Like,
yeah.
bitch. That's why I
Ugh,
fucking fainted because, honey,
Oh.
I don't know if you know how long the deliberation is.
Oh,
You're
I
yes.
only you're
hear.
you only get to see like 5 to 10, 15 minutes, but honey, it's 2 3 hours of standing there in your heels. And
Yes,
back,
Oh,
and
yeah.
as a heavy bitch, all of my
yes.
weight were in my heels, honey.
Hello, I know
Like,
that feeling. Mm-hmm.
so
I
you,
do have a question today.
yeah.
Um, have you fought with Ivory Glaze yet over her comments towards you at the start of this season regarding
Oh,
her actually fainting and you not? What are your thoughts? What are your feelings? What are your opinions on Ivory Glaze? And do you think she's a bitch?
well, number one, she's a bitch, but
Yes.
I don't know. I can't fault her because I mean, honey, I fainted. I really fainted, but
Yes.
I can't fight with you because you also fucking fainted. So it's a
Right.
tie,
Yeah.
girl. Like
Yeah.
it's a
Right.
tie. I mean,
Fainting
you just.
bitches need to
I
stick
mean, you just.
together.
Exactly. I mean, you just had your moment because you had a moment on television. But had it been me, I probably would say something about you as well. But no, but
Look,
I mean, lucky with Ivory. I mean, I have a crush on her, so that's that.
Don't we
uh,
all?
as a
Who
girly who
doesn't?
I'm gonna say, as a girly who has fainted
Mm-hmm.
and been as a fainter in my life, I understand. It's like I know what you said, but we fainted together, so I get it. And like you said, we have
Yeah.
crush on Ivory Glaze because I
No, but also like we are also chatting like even
hmm
before Slaysian. Remember, Logan,
Yeah.
I told you like
Yes. Yeah.
she followed me all this
Yeah.
time for I don't know how long, and then when I checked
Yeah.
her, I didn't know that she's been following me, so I followed her
That's why
back.
she made that comment, Turing, because
I
you didn't
guess.
follow her back after all that time.
I mean, I don't know. They suck.
we love it. We love it.
Oh
Look,
my
but
god.
we
No,
do
I
get.
love Down Under.
We love.
We
Did you
love
Maybe
Ivory
Turing?
Glaze.
I'm gonna
We
say.
love Ivory Glaze here.
I'm gonna say. Did you Turing? Did you love Down Under?
I love Down Under. Don't push me. I don't have my Australian visa yet.
We love Down
We love Down
Under.
Under. We do.
Love
We
I
do.
might never get the chance
Michelle.
to go there. I love Down Under.
Love Drag Race Down
We
Under.
do. We
Yeah,
do.
I mean, I have my sister there.
Yes.
She's been was this gargoyling the Philippine drag there, Gigi. So
Yes.
she's been, you know,
Yeah.
We love it. But we do get some results because that's what they're there to do. They give them results. And of course, we had no doubt who was going to win this. And it was
mm-hmm.
Brigading and Suki Doll. Deserve, deserve,
Can
deserve.
we
Totally.
acknowledge this is Suki's first time in the top?
Yes. Yes. Yeah.
Criminal,
I
might I
Wild.
add.
know.
Criminal.
I
Criminal.
feel because see, I feel like Suki has been serving us runway ever since she got there. Like it's I don't
Mhm.
for me, I don't feel like she's ever missed on the runway, in my
No.
personal opinion. I don't think she ever missed, but it's always come down to performance of what the challenge was. And I feel like they put so much weight on the challenge and
Yeah.
not the runway that it's just like okay. So
Except
I
for last
Really?
get
week.
right.
Except for
It's
last
like
Really?
week. Except
it's
for
like
last week, when apparently the
well,
runway is the only thing that
that
matters.
mattered and
Because
yeah.
Venus should have had her third win by now, but it's fine because apparently a runway is the only thing that matters, and it doesn't matter what you do in the challenge. Even though
Uh-huh.
Venus was the best in last week's musical and should have been at the top and should have won
Thank
because she was
you.
incredible. And she also had one of the best runways last week, but it's fine. It's totally fine. No big deal or anything.
No
I'm
big deal.
not
No,
mad. I'm
we're
not
not
mad.
mad. We're not mad. Just
Not
Didn't even
bad.
disappointed.
notice. No, never noticed.
Never noticed. Didn't
Never
even
clocked.
think. Never think. Look, didn't think about her not getting her third win when she should have. I mean, who thought about that? Not me. I didn't think about it.
Honestly,
Um,
if I'm going to be honest, until now, I still don't know how is the judging. How
mhm,
are they judging the queens?
mhm.
As a Rue girl myself, I don't know like how many percentage will they consider with the runway and with the challenge. How is it? Because obviously every with every season different episode, you can obviously tell that they heavily base their judging on the runway, sometimes on the challenges. So until now, like I still don't know how many percentage, like how even is it?
Yeah,
Mhm.
but so we do get our top two, but then we also find out who our bottom two is, which we are not surprised by, but is Bernie and Arizona Brandy, which we all agreed were
Yeah.
probably the
Yeah.
right choice for this week.
How can I blame captivating Cat? No, I'm kidding.
We can't because she said nothing. Captivating Cat said, if my mom always told me, if I don't have anything
Mm-hmm.
nice to say, I don't say it at all. So thank you, Mama Pal. And I was like,
Well,
I
she showed
respect
up
that.
this week to judge, and it's the first time that 2 season 2 girls are in the bottom. So you know what? Maybe she jinxed it.
Oh,
Maybe she jinxed it.
not that. Not that.
On the topic of that, I would like to also acknowledge it was quite lovely to see Alyssa on the panel.
True.
I have to say, even though I don't think she understood a damn reference anyone was making. But she's got to make her global round. She's got to be everywhere because she is contractually obligated to be everywhere this year. So you know what? Good on you, Alyssa. I am excited to see more of Alyssa next week. And that's where I'm going to end that statement.
I'm going to be captivating Cat. And if I don't have anything good to say, I will say nothing. So, Turing?
That's my drag mom, so not gonna say anything.
Oh.
And I am also going to plead the captivating Cat here and not say anything at
There we
all.
go.
So, boom.
No, she looked good, I have to say.
She did look good.
She looked good.
Yeah.
She looks good, and she looks scared to death.
Yeah.
The whole time she was like
confused.
I mean, Alyssa always looks on the verge
she has she
scared
does
and
that, but
terrified.
she looks scared to death. I was like, okay,
especially when she's in a country where English is not the primary language.
Yes.
Like I think back, do you remember Lana when she was there at the España season 4 finale?
Yes.
She looked terrified.
Terrified. She
the whole
so
time.
Scared. So scared.
Terrified. And I'm
like, I get it.
I get it, but it's like
why? Why was she terrified?
I mean, because she's not comfortable when you're
in her element.
When you're in a place of not being comfortable, because look, we are always in the minority in a lot of places, in a majority in a lot of places. To leave America and then not be in the majority, and then you have to. Now we have to start thinking. We have to start figuring out stuff.
Yeah.
That's not in our nature. We're always told what to do and we always know what we're doing. And we just look.
Especially Alyssa from Mesquite, Texas.
Mesquite, Texas, baby.
No, but the thing is, she's been to the Philippines a lot of times already.
Yeah. She knows the girls. Like
she knows them.
Yes.
She's hung out with Eva. Like Eva's shown her around the Philippines. So I'm like,
I don't know.
Maybe she was nervous about like being a judge. It wasn't the first time she was doing it, like behind the panel. I think so.
I believe this is her first time.
So maybe that's what it was. She was like scared.
No, I didn't think about that until now, River. But I think you actually might be right. I think this was her first time judging. So
yeah, being on the panel.
She was just like trying to say the right thing.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Not trying
to find her way and see what kind of judge she was.
And
look here.
It felt a little bit like how we felt with Maxi in the first couple of episodes, because I love Maxi. I loved Maxi on the show. I love Maxi as a queen, but as a judge, I just felt she was a tad awkward. And I felt a little bit of that with Alyssa as well. And I have to say, I felt a little bit of that with Cat as well, to be honest with you.
Yes.
It just, unfortunately, I love the concept of having an all drag panel. I think having the all drag panels has been a really, really great concept for this season, especially. But the only permutation that it's worked so far to have is when we had Jervy and Pangina the last 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Because Miss Jervy,
Pangina's used to hosting. This is what she does.
Pangina's a host, and Jervy has done this for 3 seasons.
Yes,
right.
And at least with Maxi and Jimbo at least was able to lean into the comedy a little bit. And I have to say, I think Jimbo did a really, really good job in her 2 episodes.
Yes.
But I felt like Maxi was a little bit nervous, and I really felt the nerves from both Cat and Alyssa this episode.
Yeah.
I hope we see a little bit more comfortability from them in the next episode.
I just think with the way that everything is set up, cancel culture is everywhere and it's so real. And I think Alyssa's like, I don't want to say anything, number one, to offend the Philippine audience. I don't want to say anything that's going to get me say something that can come off wrong and then get me canceled at
Yes.
home. I don't want to, and so I feel the nerve. And then with Cat, these are her friends. These are people who she knows. She sees them
Yeah.
all the time. So it's like,
Yeah.
I don't want to hurt their feelings. I don't want to say anything mean that could break up friendships, that have people feeling the type of way about me. So I'm just going to just keep it cute, keep it classy.
Yeah.
And I get that, because when you have to judge your friends, that's a whole nother level of like, okay, they can come to my house and see me tomorrow after we leave
Yeah.
this whole thing and be
Yeah,
like, girl, what
literally.
was that about? Like, they could call me and be like, and now I have to face what I just said. So I'm not gonna Simon Cowell my friends. I'm not
Yeah.
gonna just
Also,
come and be
Right.
like, you were bad, you were terrible, you were
yeah.
horrible. I'm not gonna do that, because then they can call me tomorrow and be like, why would you say that about me? And now we have to go through
So,
this whole thing.
girl, like you can
Right.
show up on my doorstep and be like, girl,
What was that about? Like, and
Yeah.
I don't want
right.
to deal with that. So I get it. I understand the not being or not wanting to say anything that could
Yes.
get them
And
canceled
also
or anything.
because Cat experience,
Yes,
being ridiculed on the show.
absolutely,
And she
absolutely.
won, but still until now she already won. Like, Maxi already won, and now we're on Slaysian. A lot of people still don't believe
Hmm.
that she won.
Right,
And they still rooting for Ari.
right. Which now she has to sit here and judge Ari. Like, you have to sit
Like
here and
having to
judge the
judge
person,
your runner-up, like
your runner
Maxi,
up.
Kiana,
Yeah,
and
Two,
now
two of
two
Yeah.
her,
of them, two
two
of
of her
them.
fellow finalists,
She has to
Yep.
sit there and
and
judge them,
for
and
them,
they're both to be in
eh,
the bottom. Ugh.
exactly,
Yeah.
like,
And
damn,
also
If I
girl.
was
Bernie B.
Cat, I would say nothing too. I'd be like, I got nothing to
Yeah.
say. I think
And
they, mm,
also Bernie being, and also an O diva,
yeah.
Yeah,
for how
Like,
many
and
years?
being an O diva for so long, them having that connection, and them having that moment that they did
they
on
had
season
on the
2 with that
show.
incredible
Yep.
lip sync. Like, it's just like the
It's a
layers. Like,
lot.
Kat Kat could not have had a worse episode to
Yeah.
be her first episode
She
judging here.
had so much to lose.
Yeah. That's
Yes.
why I respect her saying nothing. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
But we talked about a little bit of Untucked earlier, but we see them go to Untucked, and they have to now plead their case to Suki and to Brigading. And this is what we're talking about. You mentioned it, you talked about it before, and then you talked about it now, where Bernie talking to Suki, the language barrier really showed its ugly head in this moment, because Bernie is, a lot of people have been saying in the show earlier that Bernie didn't show fight. She wasn't showing fight. She wasn't, acting like she really wanted to be there. And then Bernie is trying to show Suki, like, I really want to be here. I do want to do this. I'm trying, but she doesn't know how to say it where
Yes.
Suki can understand it. And Suki is trying. Suki is trying very hard to get it. She's like, say it how you want to say it and let me figure it out. But she was like, I don't understand. I don't So
Yep.
she's like, I'm trying. So I was like, oh, this is where these global kind of
Yep.
shows, the logistics could just be so messed up. And what can you do? Because we can't just tell Bernie, speak English, learn English like right now. And you can't tell Suki, hey, learn the language right now so you can understand her. Like, it's hard,
Hey,
but
Suki, go memorize a Tagalog dictionary right now that
so you
probably
can
doesn't
understand.
exist. Like, you can't do
But
that. Yeah.
but also, I feel like, I think I don't know, we were talking about this the other day or whatever. River, you were there. We were talking about it. If you go on these shows, it's just certain things you just have to know, or you should know, or you should try to learn. Like, I can't remember what we were talking about, but like, I think we had mentioned, if you're going on Drag Race, learn how to, so you can know how to do these
yesterday
things.
with Pangina.
Yes,
Yeah,
it was with Pangina.
it
It
was
was
in the
with,
Pangina interview
that's what, okay, I couldn't remember where
where
it
the
was. It
girl
was
where the girls were talking, where she was talking about the girls learning Thai.
Thai, from Thai. So
Um
I'm telling them to
yeah.
learn English. Like, you should learn English if you want to be global. If you want to go on and do global things and you want to get on these other shows, you should learn English. Now, Not saying that Bernie needed to learn English just to talk to Suki, but and not saying Suki needed to learn uh Tagalog just to talk to Bernie. But it would be nice if people would just say, hey, let me learn, you know, I'm trying to go global. I'm trying to build my brand. I'm trying to do bigger and better things. You can still be fine in your country and do what you do and be successful there and be happy and great there. But if you want to be bigger, if you want to go global, if you want to do, you have to learn other languages and you have to
Right.
really invest in your brand. And so in that moment, I was like, dang, I really, because y'all know I love Bernie. I love Bernie with my whole heart and soul. And I really wanted her to I want her to build in her brand. I think Bernie is amazing, awesome, great. But if she would have had that and showed the fight, I don't think and I hate saying this, I don't think she showed her fight in this season. I think Bernie is so much better than what she showed in this season of Slaysian. But I don't know. I just really, it was just interesting to see that dynamic between the two. But seeing how they both wanted to tell each other so badly what they were feeling and how they wanted to connect and wanted to talk to each other, but couldn't. And it broke my heart a little bit.
River, you were saying. Right.
No, what I was thinking is on the long term, yes. Like if it is one of your goals
Yes.
to become international, whatever, if that is something that you personally want to take your drag to that level, sure, right? Yes. If you don't, then it's
Don't.
whatever. Then do whatever whatever works for you. But that in the long run, right? But in that moment, I was like, we have people in the room, contestants that speak both Tagalog and English. So why is no one stepping up to help them and just
Yes.
figure it out? Like Kiana, Vinyas, hello? Or not putting that responsibility on them, but like Suki or Bernie could have asked one of them to be like, hey, we're having trouble. Could you help us? Maybe whatever. You know what I mean? Sisterly help. Someone.
Can
No,
they though? Can they
I have the
though?
same thoughts, River, but with the
Can they?
production.
I was gonna say, can
I
they
don't
though?
think
Right. Maybe
I
they
don't
did
think they could
ask and they
have.
were told no.
Right.
I don't think they could have, because I don't think we've seen people interact in those conversations before, because I'm pretty sure that the safe girls are basically on ice with each other during those
Yes.
times.
Oh, no, 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 no. During
Or not
deliberation.
not on ice, but like they're in they have to be in their own like area.
Yes, they cannot.
Like
Yeah, that's why.
I used on ice as like they have to be on the couches
Yes, they cannot interact
while the
with.
top and bottom queens, yeah, on ice as a relative term here, but like they have to be on the couches in the Untucked area while the top and bottom queens are doing their deliberation. So when that specific separation is had, then like all of that has to happen, and then everybody goes on ice afterwards, because then you have to do the whole like production thing of the lipstick boxes and everything, like, and the girls got to change and everything. So I don't even know if they could have, unfortunately. Now, on the flip side of this, we talked about it earlier, but knowing that they were translators on set.
That's why I asked earlier if is it all throughout the episode, or is it just at the
That I
start?
don't that I'm not sure of. I
Because
want to think that it's probably like we were talking about earlier, and like you said, Turing, for protocol purposes and for understanding the
yes,
challenge, to make sure that the girls understand what the challenge is, and everything like that. But otherwise, I'm not exactly sure how much the queens and the translators were able to interact as far as those deliberations were concerned. And it sounds like they weren't able to step in general, because if they were, I feel like that would have happened, because even at several moments when you're watching this interaction between Suki and Bernie, you can see both of them looking to cameras, trying to find production. And I'm sitting here as a frustrated fan, and as a fan of both Suki and Bernie, going,
Somebody help them!
Like, what are we doing?
somebody! Like,
so the thing is, uh, Ivory already said this on the interview on evangelism with Eva that the Filipino productions here, like the Filipino production house that the Drag Race shoots, were very very like kind, because normally like in Down Under she had experience that if you know you really had to pee, you cannot once you're already on stage. But here, like, you could just raise your hand. So and as you know, and they will address it. And based on my experience, you can always like ask the production, because that's how it is, and they never like stop us from asking for help. So my in my head at that moment, like, I feel like Bernie was trying her best to say, to say her thoughts on her own.
Mm-hmm.
Like, she wanted to, to make an effort to play Suki, using her own thoughts, like using her own tongue, not through a translator. Because I know for a fact that she could have asked producers to help her translate what she wanted to say. But then again, it's, at that moment, she already, felt degraded. She's already in her thoughts and in her emotions, that she probably never thought of asking help,
It's
because
a
she was in
pride.
at the
A
same
situation of
time.
pride.
Exactly. Also, at the same time, it's it's a matter of pride that I can do this. I can talk to Suki in English.
Yeah.
That's why I'm just so thankful to the editors that they made it comedic,
Mhm.
because it could have gone, had they not put like, sound effects, it could have gone a different route, like,
Yeah.
a more degrading, image for Bernie, that she cannot
Yeah.
speak
You
her
can,
thought in
right.
English.
I like that
But
the edit showed, like the way that they showed was like they showed that Suki was struggling just as much as Bernie.
yes,
Yes.
So they didn't put it
yes,
on Bernie not being able. They
Yes.
were like, okay, Bernie
yes.
doesn't speak English, but also Suki doesn't understand Tagalog. So
And
like it goes both
and
ways.
we
I
and
like
we saw
Yes.
that.
both of them like laughing about the fact that
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
like
Yes.
they
Mm-hmm.
couldn't they
Hmm.
wanted, like we've been talking about, they wanted so badly to
To
understand
understand each
each
other.
other and
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
on
Yeah.
that level, and
Mm-hmm.
it wasn't happening.
Right.
Yeah,
And
because you can see from Bernie that she's, she's on the verge of her emotions, like trying to say something, but she
You
can't. She
can't.
don't know the words.
yeah.
It's so hard, and it was so funny. Well, crazy because even with them going back and forth and trying to figure things out, and it was just like, you know what? Okay, sis, we just don't get
Like I
it.
get it. I
I
get
get it.
it.
I get. I know what you mean. I know what you're trying to say. I get it. It's like
I see
just
the
right.
emotion.
I see
I
the
love
emotion,
you.
context
Right.
clues, and on the flip side, you had Briggs and Arizona, and Arizona's like, "Ah, I just really want to be here, and Briggs is like, I don't know if keeping you here is the right thing because you're very competitive and you're very
Yeah.
good and you could win this. And so I don't know if, and I was like,
Bring a
Brig,
ding 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 clocked
Brig,
into work
I said,
today.
hold on. I like what you're doing because she's not saying I'm putting your name down, but
Mm-hmm.
she's like, I could because you are really good at this and you could be very good competition for me in the end. I'm trying to get to the end. And Arizona's like, I get it, sis. I understand what you're saying. I understand what you mean. I understand why you would do what you do. I respect your decision. I would hope it's not me,
Yeah.
but I'm just saying, I want to be here. I'm ready to fight. I'm going to do what I have to do to win. So you do what you got to do, and I respect it. And so I liked the dichotomy and just the
Yeah.
two different conversations that we were having at the same time. And then to see them switch, and Arizona is like, Suki,
In
I want to be here. I do. I want to fight. And that's when we got our famous, it's just a stress. But
Mm-hmm.
stress.
it's a stress, but and I appreciate you telling me that. And I know now that I could do some more to add on to what I appreciate you saying that. And I will do that. I really want to be here. To see
Yeah.
Bernie talking to Briggs, now she's able to speak. and she's able
Yes.
to tell her exactly
And
what she wants, and it's
Like
so
pouring her
she
heart
her
out.
heart out, and we
and
get to see it, and I loved it. I was
and
like,
and
"There's the
the
fight. There's the
and
fight."
the one thing we haven't really touched on at all is from the moment we walk into Untucked, there is an entire layer of tears happening.
Mm.
Because
Correct.
from the moment basically that Ari and Bernie are announced in the bottom, they are
Yes,
both sobbing.
Yeah.
tears.
And
These are
I
like best
understand.
friends, and someone's
They are
gonna go
best friends.
home, and it.
They paired up for this challenge because they're best friends.
Yeah,
And so the whole time I'm just like, no, I don't want to see either one of them. No, no, I can't. No. And then to see Bernie just completely break down with Briggs
yeah.
and talk about them not wanting to see her in the
The
competition.
judges.
The judges, or them,
The
them is what.
And then
Mm.
to see Ari breaking down just as much, being like, I don't want to see Bernie go, but I need to be here, Suki. I need to be here. I have
Yo,
shown that I need to be here. Like, it is not a question in my mind. I love Bernie, but I need to be here. It is, oh God,
this tore me up inside and outside, and I was like, the fight that they both had when they were talking to Suki and Briggs, I was like, oh God, they really want to be here. And Bernie, because everything Bernie does is tearing me up. I'm tearing up. If she cries, I cry. She hurting, I'm hurting. And I was like, oh my God, she really wants to be here, but she should have went home. But does she need to go home this week? But competition wise, say no, because you can easily beat her in the end. But track record said yes, because it was so many
Yeah.
emotions, and I was like, no, I don't like it. I don't like this. I didn't like this at all. I didn't like this at all. My heart hurt. My heart hurt. My heart hurt. And
yeah.
I ruled the day that I said I was going to cover this show when I saw who was in this
Mhm.
cast, because I knew after a while, every single elimination was going to hurt like this. And now we
Hmm.
are at this point where every single elimination is going to hurt like this. And
Correct.
I'm like, I don't like it. I don't like it anymore. I don't,
It's
I don't want to.
it's been almost every single one so far has
Not for
been
me. Not for me.
okay.
For
For
me,
me.
some of them, I was like, okay, you go home, you go home. I'm sorry.
Well, I
But
just felt bad for some of the girls.
I mean, look, like I said, I'm speaking only for Lana. I'm not speaking for nobody else. I'm only speaking for me. For me, some of them could have went home, and I didn't care that they went home. I'm sorry. It's just how it is. But now I'm at that point where everybody who goes home is going to hurt for me.
That's true.
Not because, and some of the girls who left earlier has hurt, but not everybody who left early hurt. Now I'm at the point where if anybody leaves, is going to hurt, because I really like all of these girls for very different reasons, and I think they're all so talented for various different reasons. So it's gonna hurt
Correct.
now. So seeing this and seeing them plead just broke my heart entirely, and I was like, I don't want to do this. I was very Love Island. I don't want to do this. I don't want to do
Right, right, right,
this.
right,
I
right,
don't want to
right.
do this
I
anymore.
Mama Code,
Yeah.
I can only imagine you knowing Bernie for as long as you have, like
Yeah.
seeing this emotion from her. How were you feeling watching this episode and seeing her break down like this?
Okay, so because with me, I have more information about the whole story. So,
Hmm. You had time to
um,
process it.
yeah. So it's the way I processed the whole episode earlier. It's different with me
Hmm.
because well, I think I think it's already I mean. So that day, they've been keeping the information.
Yeah,
The production has been keeping the information of Jiggly passing
yeah,
um to Bernie because for information the closest queens with Jiggly is me, Bernie, and Bernie. So we are the two of us were the closest with Jiggly. So they've been keeping that because that day, Bernie's elimination is the day that Jiggly passed. So they've
Oh,
been keeping that. That's why when Mama Pao was
in the end.
calling in the
Hmm.
end, it's not it's really not about her cracking emotions with Ari and Bernie. It's about because at that moment she also found out that Jiggly passed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they've been
I
keeping
could
that
tell
burning.
watching. I was like, that's the moment they found
Yeah,
out. By the way
that's
that
what
they
I
were
saw too.
reacting, I'm like, that's how I what I figured.
Yes. And also with knowing Mama Pao, you know how Mama Pao is. She's very transparent with her emotions.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
she never even she will continue, but she will not, hide that she's in
Right.
tears, she's pissed or whatever.
Yeah.
So yeah, so it's very heavy with that information. Like they and it's more heartbreaking because when Bernice, was sent home,
Mm-hmm.
that's when they also told her about Chigli.
Mm.
So it's the double stab.
That's sad. That's
Yeah.
ugh.
Because they've been keeping that information to her.
Mm-hmm.
Because they don't want Jiggly's passing to like be on Bernie's thoughts the whole
Mm-hmm.
day.
Right.
But
Like to affect the competition.
yes,
Right.
So
Right.
yeah.
exactly.
Absolutely.
And
Absolutely.
also with Mama Pao
Right.
because she has to
Yeah.
host.
Yes, I
Well,
But
hope that. Right.
yeah, but at that moment, she really they really can't.
Yeah.
Mama Pao already found out.
Yeah.
So that's that.
That's so heavy and that's so sad that
Yeah.
happened. But we do we ugh, they come back, we get the results. Well, the lip sync happens. We see Suki and Briggs going to pick their lipstick for the lip sync. They go to perform the lip sync, which is Room by
Room by
Room.
Yeah,
Stell
Stealth.
Stell.
from SB19.
Okay,
Yes.
I didn't
so
know the song, but this was
I
such a good
it
song.
was a good
It is.
song.
Oh my God, I don't
Great.
know. Well, I only know that that song exists because in the music video, Tita Baby was part of that video, and
Ah,
Oh, Artie the
yes,
Not
that
his,
baby.
music.
see
not his,
Yes,
not
my
hers, but our Tita
Artie the
baby.
yes,
baby.
yes.
Oh,
love
love
that.
Tita.
Yeah,
Love
I
and
Tita.
love it.
they shot the music video in Rampa.
Oh
Oh, how
wow,
fun.
love
Oh, I love
that.
that.
I love that.
Yeah,
I did not know this song, but I was like, this is kind of
it's
a
so
bop.
good,
This
right?
is kind of a
Hmm.
bop.
Such
Woo!
a good
Really
It's
song.
good.
a good lip sync song too, and I was like,
Uh,
Yes.
oh, okay, because
And
a
it
lot of
gave
songs,
it to a good lip sync. They did the
yes,
song justice.
because we've seen a lot of lip syncs where like if you don't know the song and the lip sync doesn't translate well, you're like, oh, this is not a really good lip sync song. But this one was a good lip sync song. It had just enough words, enough dance breaks in the between, like enough where they can perform the song and bring it
Oh,
in.
and boy, did they perform.
I'm about to say
can I
they
say something? Can I
performed.
say
Yes,
something?
please.
Okay, so at first I thought it's Suki. Suki
I
is
was
out lip syncing Briggs up
Yeah.
until the dance break.
the dance
Mhm,
break.
Yeah.
She ran
mhm.
Thank
out
God.
of steps. She ran out
Yeah.
of ideas on what to do next. And Briggs has something, choreography,
Yeah.
already prepared. So, she was outshined.
Yeah.
It was
But
Yeah.
it
it was
was
at first it was neck and neck, but it's Suki
yes.
here because Suki is giving like in performer's perspective, Suki is giving the essence of the song.
Yeah.
Mm,
Briggs is giving the rock star vibe of the song,
Yeah.
the
mhm.
edgier type.
Yeah.
And then, so you will, I as a performer, and what the song is about. Like, even though I don't know the song, hearing it, you will not, you will go to Suki because she's giving you what the song is about, the
Yeah.
sultry, the sex,
Yes.
the
Yeah.
kitten.
Yeah.
But with Briggs, you know that she's good, she's lip syncing good, but it's not giving,
Yeah.
it's not giving what the song needed. And
Mm-hmm.
then the dance break came. Suki
Yeah.
Mhm.
ran out of steps.
Mm-hmm.
That's when
And
Brig, you know,
Oh,
and then
go ahead.
oh no, go ahead, Lana.
No, you go ahead. I'll wrap it up.
And then we heard about it all episode. Suki talking about how cute she thought Brigading was. And then they kissed. Ah! And
yep.
then they kissed.
Mhm.
And I loved every moment of it. I thought it was cute. I thought it was lovely.
And then, by the way, if you let me translate it to you. Venus in the background is the first one who said "kiss, kiss," and then when they were kissing, Venus is also the one saying "ew." So like,
I,
sis,
I hate Venus.
Yes. River, what you
Venus is the
think?
one who wanted them to kiss, and then Venus is the
They're
one
like, ew.
disgusted about it.
Ew.
River, what you think about this lip sync?
I think they both did good, but I agree. I think like what towards until like the middle, I thought they were kind of tied, but Suki was taking it for me a little bit more. But like
Mm-hmm.
Brig was still like holding her own
Mm-hmm.
the whole time. But I agree. It was the dance break,
Yeah.
and Suki just looked confused, and she just looked confused, like lost in the stage.
Yeah.
Like, what do I do?
Yeah, she ran
And then
out.
Briggs just took it. Like, I think Briggs had a stronger stage presence from the
Mhm.
beginning to the end. Honestly, like I wasn't there. I don't know them. I don't know how Briggs feels about the kiss. I felt a little uncomfortable in the beginning.
Oh.
Then when I realized that it felt like Brigadine was okay with
Reciprocate.
it,
Mhm.
I was like, okay, then. But in the beginning, I was like, I don't know how I feel about this. But I think
Okay.
I think it works with the song. For me, I
Mhm.
think it was too long.
Mm.
Like it was too long.
Yeah.
It should have been like a little quicker, and then like. I don't like when they make even if it's not like sexual or anything. I don't
Yeah.
really like when it's a lip sync and they make it like they're playing off each other too much.
Mm.
You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
Like I like when they play off each other a little bit and then go do their own thing again. I think
Mhm.
this playing off each other took too long for me
Mm.
personally.
Yeah.
But I still think it was a great lip sync overall for both
It
of them.
is.
I think I kind of agree with you, River. I feel like the best moments for me in this lip sync were when they were unintentionally playing off of each other. Like when they would just
The
happen to get in
synchronicity.
synchronicity and do the
The
same dance move.
beginning,
Like when
yeah.
they went down together at the same time and went back, I was
It
like,
was very music video, wasn't it?
it
I
was
felt
so
like
music video,
music
and the
video.
My
fact that
God.
they did not plan that, I was like, I live.
Mm.
I was screaming in my room. It was so early in the morning. I know my roommate hates me right now, but it was so early in the morning. I was screaming. I was like, oh, I love that. But then they came back up and they started doing their thing, and like you said, it was the dance break. Suki didn't know what else to do. And Brigadine was like, oh, I got more in the tank, so let's do this. I'm a flip, I'm a
Yeah.
split, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do this. And Suki was like, oh. And then it started feeling desperate for Suki because it felt like, okay, now I have to do something because she is shining
Connect.
Mhm.
right now. So then she got on top of her. And I agree, the kiss was a little too long. If they would have, because I want you to lip sync, kiss, and then go back to lip syncing. They were kissing when words were being sung in the song, and I needed you to stop kissing and start lip syncing again. It could have been a mwah, and it's like, okay,
Yeah.
Right.
that would have ate it up. It would have been like, yes, because it would have felt like you said, Turing, it would have felt that sensuality in that song, a little mwah. It would have been like, ooh,
Right.
I
Also,
live. But yeah, I just think, go ahead.
Yeah. Also, like, but at the same time, Suki felt abandoned. You can see it when Briggs stood up.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Like, because
because
Briggs stood
that's
up,
it.
and then she
Yeah.
could have, like, helped Suki get up. But Suki was, like, looking at Briggs, and she didn't know what to do. Like, should I get up now? Okay.
Yeah.
Right,
Yeah.
literally.
Right.
It,
Because
it,
here's
it-
what I was thinking. I was like, I don't know if I want to say this, but like, it could. This is what I felt. Okay. Like if I was Brigadine and I was winning that lip sync, and then you didn't know what to do, we just did the dance break, and you looked confused, and then after that, like Brigadine was clearly winning, and then Suki kind of didn't really
Right.
give Brigadine a choice to continue her performance because Brigadine had to play along. Otherwise, it
Mm-hmm.
would be really awkward. So it kind of maybe felt like
You were trying to stop her
to
momentum.
exactly. That's why I felt uncomfortable. I was like, so you're losing, and then you're gonna try to because you made she made Brigading's performance about her.
Yeah.
Without asking Brigading if she wanted to do that, or maybe she did ask. That's what I'm saying. I don't know.
Okay.
But that if it was me as a performer, I would be like, don't touch me unless we established that we were going to do it. Or if I give you a look, you know, when you look and you're like, you give the okay.
Yeah.
Sure, like I don't know.
I feel that.
I love that perspective.
I do. The stopping the momentum. I do. I agree with that because I was like, it felt like she was trying to stop her momentum because she was moving on an upward trajectory. It was like, oh, wait, girl, hold on, slow down and come back down to me, and we'll go up together. And then when Brigadine got up and left Suki on that floor, Suki had to be like, oh, okay, so it's not about
and
me.
then
It's
even
still
when,
about
because I just rewatched it back too because I wanted to see like that exact moment because I didn't really look at it from that perspective either. River.
I did too.
Because Briggs kind of
she flips it over
and
was like,
then literally
I want to get moving.
Like Suki is trying to like bring her back
good
down.
observation.
I was with you, River. I was right there with you.
Yeah.
Look, I would have been. Look, that is exactly what I was gonna say but I'm like, I'm gonna wrap it up. I'm glad you said it.
Love Suki, but
love Suki, but she stopped the momentum. She tried to stop her momentum. But see, here's the thing: we have seen queens do that to other queens during drag performances, but in a more blatant way. In a more blatant way. We've seen it happen. Suki did it so smooth and so clean that if you're not looking, you could miss it. And she did it. That's that Canadian charm I was talking about, that nice nastiness that they were
that's
talking
not
about.
getting past me.
It's not getting past me either, Suki, because I see you, girl. I see you did it in a nice way, but I see you, girl.
My God, River, that's critic.
I love it. I love it. I love it.
Props, River. I'm glad you said it. I'm glad you said it because if you didn't say it, I was right behind you to say it, girl. I was right there.
Because to me, I never thought of it like that. Like, oh my God. But let me just say, with Briggs, she's always game with whatever play you have because I work with her. And it's like, let me just extend that. Brig is very, very experimental on stage, so she don't mind kissing. I mean, she let me just say, she performed with a butt plug on the whole performance.
She's a
like with the tail on. So that's that. But but I never thought of it that way. Oh my God.
Brigading is a consummate professional, so she's not gonna let something like that throw her. So I love that. But yeah,
she turned it around.
She turned it around
like,
and
literally
turned it around. She literally turned it around and was like, "Okay, girl, get off me. Let's do this so I can keep it moving." Like I saw it. I was with you, River. But yeah. But in the end,
River really wanted
gag them a bit for sure.
Gag them a bit for sure.
River really said, "I'm gonna come in, be the pot stirrer, and really, and you wanted this button too, and you're living up to it."
I'm so glad you did that, River. Have your moment, baby girl. Take it, live it, love it.
I love that critical observation because normally, in the realm of Drag Race, you will just find it like it's a gag worthy, like it's
Not
But
always.
with River, no, bitch.
You know what I think it is?
Always.
I think it's my asexuality. I'm just like sexual stuff doesn't really doesn't click. I'm like, I don't fucking care at all. That's why.
Because I was thinking of examples where it worked. And like, for me, the example where it works, and yes, they're also in a relationship, but I think of like Corey and Lydia.
Corey and Lydia.
It worked because that song kind of like, you had that extended.
Raja and Carmen as well.
Raja and Carmen, absolutely, where that works. But like those examples where it really works, where it fits into the song, I agree with you completely. But yes, we get the correct winner.
Sorry, I can't get the idea when like Briggs roll, flip over, because to me it was just like another step. But
no,
like,
that was to get her off of her.
No,
that was to get her off of her because she had her pinned down.
And
she literally had she
And
she literally had Briggs pinned down, so she couldn't do anything else. So Brigadine was like, "Okay, girl, get off me because I need to finish my
I
performance."
gotta
And
rewatch
I
this. I gotta
loved
rewatch
it.
this. I
It
gotta
was
rewatch
a
Mhm.
this.
consummate professional move. She wasn't like she didn't get nasty and ugly with her, like push her off and be like, "Girl, what you get?" It's like she could have got. It was like, no, we still on stage. We still have to perform. I'm in front of an audience, so I'm gonna do it and make it look like it was all part of the performance. But baby, that was a key sign of get off me so I could go and do what I got
Yeah.
to do.
Mhm.
drag is not a
Also,
contact sport.
It's not a
no, no,
contact
like
sport, baby.
at the same time, had Bridge not rolled up, we don't know how long that kiss will,
We don't know
last.
how long Suki would have stayed on top of her
Exactly.
and
Exactly.
just
Like, oh
been
my
like,
god.
yeah.
Mhm. You
Brigadine is
see,
smart, baby, and that is why she won this lip sync because she is
No, River
smart,
is
baby,
rightfully
smarter.
so.
smart and
Absolutely.
rightfully so. I love Suki,
Yeah.
but Brigadine ate this up, and I think she did the best job. And yeah,
And
she won.
Suki did
Suki
so
did a good.
well as well. I have
Suki
to
did a good
say,
job. She did a good
we
job.
Gotta
only
say.
we only got, we've only this is her second lip sync ever on Drag Race
Wow,
as well.
wow.
She only
Wow.
lip
Even
synced
it,
once on Canada's Drag Race and
oh
went home.
wow.
This is her
Mhm.
second lip sync on Drag Race, and I have to say, I loved this. I loved her first lip sync as well. I think she won her first lip sync in my
Oh
opinion.
wow.
But
Never thought of that.
like I love finally getting to see the performer of
Hmm.
Suki Doll again. I'm like,
Yes.
yes, thank you.
Yeah.
But yes, Briggs won this lip sync hands down without a
I
question.
mean, I just
Oh,
wanted, I needed Suki to just get some more steps in her arsenal, and because I think she learned while doing this performance that if you're going against a Filipino queen, you're gonna have to learn to perform the entire song. You can't perform a
Mm.
little
Mhm.
bit in the beginning, do a little, two step in the middle, and think you go win. No, you have
She
to perform the
You gotta come
entire song.
ready.
girl, Suki should know. The Canadian girls get the entire song for their lip syncs. Suki should know better. I'm sorry. The
Yeah,
Canadian girls lip sync to the
to the
entire song
entire song.
in a
Yeah,
lot of cases.
Yeah.
Because
wow. Okay.
Canadian licensing laws are
easier,
a
Oh,
lot
little
looser.
lax,
okay.
lot lax.
Yeah, a lot more relaxed. So they usually get a lot longer lip syncs.
And
Oh
also, if you know there's
wow.
a break, like there's a dance break on the song, why are you not prepared? Like
Why are you
you
not
know
prepared for
it's
a dance
coming.
break?
Like do
But with
something.
all that
Roll
being
on the
said,
floor. I don't know.
she did a great
She
job.
did a great
Great job.
job.
River is hitting
Yes.
all the right questions. Oh my god.
River
I mean,
River
facts
said
are
fuck
facts.
Suki's
I
lip
am
sync,
here
and I
for
said
true
that shit.
journalism. Okay, I am here for hard
I'm
hitting
about to
True
say,
journalism.
investigative journalism that we've been asking for.
This is why I'm the
Oh my god.
correspondent. You see?
period.
Period.
But seriously though, I mean, you already have that, all of the songs,
Uh huh.
on,
You know the
You
song. You know
know.
what to do.
before you even tape it, because
And you
they will
Mhm.
know the
give the
cut of the song that
MP3
they're going
on
to use
your second
too.
day.
Yep.
There
Yeah.
is
You know the
no
cut of the song
reason
that they're
you're
going to
not.
use.
There's no reason you should not be prepared for all the breaks and
Yeah.
all the stuff in these songs. You should know these words. You should, if this, because this is what you do. I'm sorry, this is what you do. You're a drag artist. You perform week after week after week. You're on that stage. You're lip syncing. You're doing this. This is what you do. So you should
Okay.
never go into a performance not doing what you're doing. I'm sorry. I'm
Okay,
sorry.
I'm gonna say
Unless your mama Pao.
something. Okay, so I'm gonna say something. I love Suki. She's my friend,
Mhm.
but you are also right because remember before Mama Pao said dapat pa ka, Suki said, you know, it's
I'm a
I'm a
performer.
performer,
I'm a performer.
like I'm
Mhm.
gonna do this,
That's what
but you did not
I did not.
anticipate that there will be a dance break. Like the dance break will be like, I don't know, like a minute long, 30 seconds long, or let's just say 6/8 of a dance step. You did not anticipate that you don't have any arsenal steps. You don't
Right.
have anything to, okay, let me just at least do that. This is the typical
Well,
Like
American.
the win, literally
with me
anything.
was some
Literally.
like
Do the
Oh
twirl
Ellie
the
my
Diamond
God.
thumbs.
8
Bop,
count
bop.
for God's sake.
Bitch,
I don't know, just
I
something, Suki. Do
yeah, oh my
something,
god.
Suki. Anyway,
Turn
but
around
no,
and twerk it around or something like something. But yeah, Suki, but you did fine. Just know, learn your dance breaks next time. That's all.
but
But
we love you,
we love
Suki.
you,
We love
Suki.
you,
I love you,
Suki.
sis. You know that.
Love you to the moon and back.
Suki, we're
Love you, go
rooting for
girl.
you. We are
But
all rooting for you, but how dare you?
Brigadine has now the choice to. She has to reveal her lipstick, and I am sad to say, but understanding of why.
Yeah.
Brigadine has made the choice that she made, and she is sending home my mother, my love, my heart and soul, my spirits. She's sending home Bernie, and I'm sad. I'm sad, but I understand. Yeah.
Yeah.
I love you, Bernie,
Yeah.
so much with my whole heart and soul. And you know, if you're watching this, if you happen to be watching this, just know I love you so, so much. Um, I hope this is not the last time we see you on our screens because I need you to be doing something else at some point in time. If you're gonna go global, learn some English so you can communicate with everybody. I would really love that for
Philippines
you.
All Stars, please.
Philippines All Stars, then that's fine too. Do that too, and come back with the fire that I know you have, D-Day. I know you have it. I know you have it. I've seen it. My heart hurts. My heart
Yeah.
is breaking right now. I hate it so much. I hate it so
I
much.
mean, there was really no other. I love Bernie with every fiber of my being, and I have since the moment we were revealed to her, and she was revealed to us, and we've been obsessed from the moment that we met her. There was no other decision that could have been made here.
Yeah,
I,
that's true.
I
Not here on this day.
not here on this day.
Not
Yeah.
fairly. Not
Not
fairly.
fairly, not
Right.
Yeah.
fairly. My heart would have hurt, I think, even more for Ari, to be honest with you.
Right?
Like
Yeah.
I just Ari has so much fight. I want to see more from Ari, and I want to see more from Bernie. I want to see more from Bernie in an environment where she feels comfortable.
Exactly.
And
I was
this is not, and unfortunately, this is a season and an environment where she just did not feel comfortable. And we were worried about that when she was announced for this season. That was our number one worry right off the bat was,
yeah.
is Bernie going to feel comfortable in this environment? Is she going to be able to thrive? Or is the language barrier going to be something that she can overcome? And unfortunately, it is not. It's not
Yeah.
something she could overcome. And I want to see the D-Dai that we fell in love with on season 2.
Yes.
And I know she wants us to see the D-Dai that we fell in love with on season 2, because you can tell in every moment of this season that she wanted to show the woman that we fell in love with on season 2. And
Yeah.
she wanted to show her utmost confidence and the utmost excellence in her drag, because we know that she has that. This was
And at this,
not the environment for her to thrive. And in a lot of ways, I am sad to see her eliminated. But honestly, I am kind of happy that she doesn't have to, you know, be in this environment where it is difficult for her. You saw the struggle for her in any environment where she was not speaking Tagalog.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
in a lot
And
of
with having what we know we're gonna have next week,
Yeah.
like
it,
Yeah.
yeah,
I am bummed. I'm so disappointed. But we are never going to be without a wealth of love and adoration and admiration and just pure love for
I
that
love her.
woman.
I love her.
And she knows that. The world knows that, because we've been screaming it from the rooftops for like
Yeah.
3 years now. But she is a force. She is an icon, and she always will be. And we love you, Bernie.
No,
Absolutely.
also like I just have to add that had she stayed, I don't think she will also do well in another week.
Mm-hmm.
Because you can see, I mean, at the very start, during like conversations with the girls, she's, in as much as she wanted to, she's speaking for herself, but at the same time, it's not understanding, for the general of the girls. Because she keeps on speaking Tagalog, especially like when she confronted Kiana, you
It was
know
Mhm.
all in
she
Tagalog.
had to
Yeah.
say it in Tagalog, and Yuwa, Siam, and Suki felt left out, there. And also, being that this is a Slaysian Royale, they are required really to speak, for the general to understand.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be, it's not gonna be. I mean, challenge wise, also it's just like what River
Mm-hmm.
said, it's gonna be snatch game. How is she gonna say it in English? Is it because I mean, like, how? She
How?
can't even say her thoughts. What more
Right.
if she has to portray a
You
character
have to
that
be
she has to
funny
speak?
in a different language. It's
Yeah.
not easy.
It's not easy. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's as sad as it is. It was her time,
Yeah.
and the season is still going to be a great season regardless. It's going to hurt, like I said earlier. Every person, every elimination is going to hurt. This one just hurt extra bad for me
There,
personally, but
there's a
with
D-die shaped hole in this
it,
season now.
it's a
That's
D
why
dye
Yeah.
shaped hole in my heart. And it's a yeah. Go ahead, River.
I was gonna say, but because I'm like looking on the bright side, she got a lot of new eyes on her, and there's opportunity for more people to fall in love with Bernie. And like maybe
Mm-hmm.
people that didn't watch her original season, like fell in love with her here and like would want to go and see that. You know what I mean? Like I'm
If
glad that she
True.
still got
or
this spotlight.
Or if you didn't watch her season and you were like not knowing what the hype was around her, is to give you the opportunity to go and watch her season so you can understand why people feel the way they feel about her.
Mm-hmm.
And that's for any queen that you might have fallen in love with this season that you might not have watched their season. Go back and watch it. See why they were asked to be here because it was a reason they were asked to be here.
Yeah.
So go and see what amazing queens they are. But yeah, as sad as
love
it
you,
is,
D-die.
we love you, Bernie, so much. But
I don't.
we
Uh,
go.
You're like,
any
speak for
particular
yourself.
I
any particular
love you,
reason?
Bernie.
Any particular reason, Turing?
But
Oh, any particular reason why you don't love Bernie? I'm kidding. I'm
mm,
joking. Mhm.
she's really not that good. She's dumb.
Oh,
Just
oh.
kidding.
Well,
Now
true.
No,
tell us
I
what you
love
really
her.
think.
Well, right. Tell us what
No,
you really
no, by
think.
the way, you guys, I got to talk to her about that. Remember,
Mhm.
I told you, Logan, that
Yeah.
she was also disappointed. I mean, I guess I'll just say it off the
Yeah,
record later,
Yeah.
about some things
Yeah.
because it's
yeah.
not an information for the public. But yeah, she was really devastated about that. But when I talked to her about it, she's already moved on from that.
Yeah.
She was just more concerned about the money she spent with the
Yeah.
looks
Yeah.
that will not
Yeah.
be seen.
Yeah. I
Because
Yeah.
understand.
I mean, they gave her stipend,
Hmm.
but the stipend was really not enough. This is All
Yeah.
Stars, honey. The money that they gave, she said it was not enough. She went overboard.
Mm.
I'm
I can
it's
imagine.
likely all of them went overboard.
I can imagine.
Well, yeah, but I don't know how much the other girls. Well, I know Briggs and Vinyas will, really like splurge on, but
Hmm.
with Bernie, she said she's more concerned about the money with the looks. So I'm just glad that she had a long run enough
Hmm.
to
Yeah.
get more gigs,
Yeah.
because
Yes.
had she got eliminated the first week, it will be
Yeah.
more difficult to get gigs. So
Yeah.
at
Yeah.
least you still get to see her, and before she got eliminated, and then
Yeah.
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 If you are our Filipino fans, for the three of us, and I will speak for Jonathan as well because he's not here, and I can confidently speak for him. Go tip Bernie for us, please, if you can, and we thank
Yes.
you. Because we can't right now. Go tip Bernie for us, please. Thank you.
But
That'd be
yeah,
nice.
that'd be lovely. But we got Snatch Game next week.
The
Well,
Snatch
not
Snatch
Snatch Game,
Election. We have
election.
Snatch
elections.
Election. I'm about to say, if y'all let me get my thought out before y'all jumping
Interesting.
down my throat. Oh my god! But Snatch Election this season, and I was like, what are we doing right now with this twist on top of the Snatch Game? I
It
don't
feels
know
feels
if
Filipino to me.
it does it.
I feel like only Drag Race Philippines would do the Snatch elections. Maybe the US.
I mean, we did have some snatch match games and some snatch other things that's not
Snatch Game of
actually snatch game
Love,
of love,
Snatch Family Feud,
yeah,
basically.
something. So
Snatch, I don't know.
we'll see.
Election is
Yeah.
A
sure,
snatch
but
election is interesting. I'm interested to see what that is going to be about, but
yeah.
I guess I have
Before
to
we
tune in.
before we go, Lana, I do
I don't
have
really want to talk about it, but sure.
I would like to talk about it for someone that is here for the first time.
I'm sure.
Because
I mean,
Lana,
after Brazil, I deserve this. Please let me
You
have
do.
this one.
So Lana, you're not in last.
It doesn't matter. I'm not first either. First is never last.
No.
Last is never first.
And you and Brandon did just lose
Yes, we
another
did. We did.
collective
Yes, we did.
draft member because to remind anyone, Lana and Brandon drafted 3 of the same people and have now lost 2 of the same people. So Brandon is in last place with 31.5 points in our draft. Lana is in a confident 5th place with 43 points. So there you go. Ken has now moved to 4th with 49.5 points. Eris has moved solidly into 3rd with 51 points. Kamorian is in 2nd place with 63.5 points. Right on the heels of our dear River here, leading the draft currently with 65.5 points.
Yes.
Wonderful.
What
If
is
I
this
can't
about?
win,
We
if I
draft
can't win
our
Brazil, I'm gonna win
queens.
this one.
We do a draft of the queens before the season starts for points because we're competitive. So people pick like their favorite queens and then we give them points throughout the season.
We each have a team, and then with
Yeah.
how they do in the competition, like we score points for ourselves.
Yeah.
So that's
It's a way
Okay.
for us to be competitive.
game.
Yeah, it's just a fun game on top of the season. So it's
Well,
it's
honey, after this episode, River, come on.
I mean, I'm doing well.
Pretty
And
well.
next week, I'm thinking I'm gonna keep striking because
I
well,
think
I
your
mean,
crown is safe. I think your crown is safe, River.
Bitch, how
mean,
critical you are today.
oof. I mean,
made good picks.
I think River's got a very strong team going into the back half of this season.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes.
So
Absolutely.
Turing, I have Kiana, Brigadine, and
Venus.
Venus. Yeah.
that's my
So
team.
I think you're
So, yeah.
fine. I think you're
I'm
fine.
good.
My
I
love,
think
I think you're fine.
yeah. Yeah, I think you have a very strong hold on this here
Yeah.
draft. So I'm just gonna look, I'm calling it now, River's winning this thing. That's just me personally. I
I mean,
think
we shall
that's what's
see.
gonna happen.
I am also
We shall
on
see.
Team River because I didn't draft, so I am on Team River.
Yes.
I mean, I have my team, but it is what it is. But that is going to do it for us because we are going to get out of here because honestly, I don't want to talk about this draft any longer. With my 5th place placement. Thank you. We had a great time studying. Thank you.
Mm.
Thank you
Of course, of
so
course.
much. Oh, I feel like I'm
Girl,
lagging right now.
anytime, anytime. Like especially with Slaysian, I told you like if you need some references that you need understanding, I'm here. Just let me know. We can arrange that.
Absolutely.
Especially
Absolutely.
during this time, I don't have much gigs. I'm not part of the circulation of the drag
Mhm.
scene here, so I'm mostly at home doing like some. I'm sewing and I'm like working out. So yeah.
Absolutely. Turing will just
Well, you know,
become maybe Turing will just become a panelist. Who knows? Who knows? We'll see. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, I
But-
also I love because as a night owl, I'm so awake at this hour.
right.
During this hour is my
Right.
time.
Right.
So there's
So
no adjustment when it comes to time here.
Yes, but thank you, Mama Tur. We appreciate you as always for
Thank
being here with us.
you.
It won't be your last time. We'll bring you back. We've got
I
things and
know.
yeah.
How dare you make me this my last time, girl?
No,
No, it's not a
never.
goodbye. It's a see you soon.
We'll see
It's
you
just you
soon.
soon.
Absolutely. And we will see you all very, very soon for a beautiful Look Over Here episode talking about these wonderful makeover looks. And we thank you for joining us for this beautiful episode recap with Turing. Let us know all your thoughts down in the comments below. Make sure to grab on your way out your cup mug, lanagcreations.etsy.com. Make sure to follow Turing, go tip Turing, go support Turing, go do all the things, and go support Bernie as well. And on that note, we are going to go ahead and get out of here. Before we go, though, big love to Ate Jiggly. We love you, girl. We will always love you, Ate Jiggly. And with that being said, we, with maybe Lana, hopefully Lana, I'm gonna stall for Lana.
Stall first because let's
Yes.
play. I want to play something for Jiggly.
Oh yes, we're stalling. We're stalling.
I love this bitch so much.
Yeah.
Jiggly, I miss you. Let's play a song for her as thinking out loud. Okay.
Copyright. Cheers. Love you, Ate Jiggly.
I love you,
Cheers, y'all.
Jiggly.
Love you, Jiggly. Bye.